Just started the stream, so it's not strange to see only a few people in here. And there's already other people streaming, so I'm sure more people will come in as time goes on. But if not, doesn't matter. Ash Harpy, alright, so I'm taking an Ash Harpy. Ash Harpy is quite the bomb. Quite the bomb indeed. Because it can end games by itself. You know, it comes into play with speed, hits in for 4 damage, then the next turn it's 8. And that alone could be enough to just finish your opponent. And yeah, very, very strong card. So we're going to take that. Let's sort by shard. So, other good cards in this pack, we've got Sapper's Charge, Atrophy, Blinding Light, Sensei, and Gemcraze Berserker. So they're the highlights of the pack. So sadly it's unlikely the Gemcraze Berserker will come back, as I would like to have that as well. So, you know, that's fine. What might come back though? Let's see. This is going to be gone, that's going to be gone. 1, 2, 3, 4... Maybe he'll be gone, 5, 6. Maybe this as well. So maybe a peak will come back. So maybe we want to try get Sapphire Ruby, which is not bad colours to go. But anyway, let's take that Ash Harpy. Very nice card. Scrap Boulder. Could go Blood Aura. Because, you know, Blood Aura and Ash Harpy would be amazing. Not to mention Call the Grave getting it back as well would be amazing. A number of pretty decent cards in here as well. The Ruby cards are nothing special though, so I'm not really looking at those. But, you know, Blood Ruby can work alright as well, because, you know, Call the Grave, getting back your troops again. But I'll probably take the Blood Aura first. And then hope this comes back. Could also get this guy with the Ruby Gem. Could be alright as well. Or even just Rage. But, I think I will take the Blood Aura, because I don't see them as often as I see Call the Grave, so I'm going to take that. Cool, Buccaneer. So, Crushing Blow is not bad. Call the Grave is obviously nice, as we just mentioned. It's just a matter of, do I want to grab the Sapphire, the Buccaneer for example, or do we just take Call the Grave or Crushing Blow? I think I'll take the Call the Grave. Yeah. It just works so good when you've got bombs, and we've got one already. Maybe we'll get some more, you know, really good quality troops, and that's where Call the Grave becomes very good, because, you know, provided they don't get, damn it, provided they don't get like mesmerized or something like in a conflict. You know, they need to actually go to the grave for this to work. So some nice Sapphire cards there. I do love Sabotage. So Sword Trainer obviously is a good pick here though, because then you could buff, you know, every 4 cost or higher troop potentially, and it works really nice with the charge power to give it extra damage. But it is still early, and Sabotage is quite annoying to deal with, because, you know, the longer the game goes, the more cards you're going to lose out on drawing, and then you're going to just take damage from it. So I'll take that out here, because we potentially still might end up in Sapphire. Bombsmith is not bad. Wild's going to get some decent stuff. Ooh, Secret Lab, Secret Lab. I have to take Secret Lab. That'll I mean, the Bombsmith I would like to take, but I need to take Secret Lab. It's very unlikely to come back. It is very, very powerful. Make sure you, you know, because say I get to 7 resources and then we pick up a Secret Lab, good, because you don't need more than, you're not going to need more than that. That'll be a pretty good stopping point. So, which is probably the best pick here? So, I mean, we might not even end up in Ruby. I mean, just having an Ash Harpy is good, but not, you know, we need to get more Ruby stuff if we want to make that work. But, you know, we may end up with good Blood and Sapphire stuff. We shall see. But, I mean, it definitely is a bomb. So So there's a bombsmith again. First Briar Legion I've seen. So we probably just take another witch. Just take things that bombsmiths don't kill. Let everyone else take the bombsmiths and, you know, not worry about them. For the most part, anyway. Yeah, I'll take another witch. Still early, so... Priestess, Impulse is not bad. I mean, it does die to bombsmith, of course, but it's not a big deal. So I might take a priestess. It's a bit... Yeah, I'll take the priestess over these guys. So... Alright, so the atrophy actually came back. That's not the one I expect. You know, I thought that would get taken. The other card, which I can't remember what it was, the Gem Craze Berserker, it didn't come back, as expected. Interestingly enough, some decent, you know, Sapphire cards still there, Sensei, but we'll take the atrophy, no worries. Let's sort that by cost. So we still have the possibility of going Blood Sapphire or Ruby Blood. Depends on how this pans out. Could take a Scrap Boulder, but it's not that great. Another Call to the Grave, though, is pretty sweet. Didn't think that would come back. So that's pretty good. Total Wall's not bad, but I've got good 4-drops so far. I want to get, you know, Call to the Grave is always nice. Evolve could be problematic. Anyone doing Shin here? Oak-Henge is also not bad, but they have the potential to whiff with an Oak-Henge, so let's, you know, unlikely, but let's take out the Evolve. Could be problematic. I mean, I'll take him, I probably won't use him. He's not horrible, he's a 5/4. I'll leave him there for now. Zenith, how you going, dude? So, let's see, Misfortune. I mean, Feral Ogres can be annoying to deal with. Priestess will trade with it, which is fine. Vine Traps can be annoying also. We'll just take the Misfortune. Whatever. This guy is probably more annoying than the Gem Skull. Even though he's, you know, higher cost, of course. Charge Bar, whatever. So we're probably not going to run a Misfortune, but... Anyway. Oh, look at these nice cards here. Heatwave! Oh, shit! Oh! I'm doing well, Zenith, and hello, Gazboya. How are you? It's maybe someone who knows me. Just missed the last draft. Alright, so I would like the Course I'd like the Wizard, but, I mean, I have to take Heatwave. That's pretty powerful. Pretty powerful indeed. Lots of nice cards in this pack. This pack is full of nice cards. But, so we probably will go the Blood Ruby. Heatwave to help with the early aggro. That'll be really nice. We can just... yeah. I think we have to take that here. I mean, we could let it go and just keep taking stuff that doesn't die to Heatwave. Like we could take a Wizard, for example. But, I'll take it. Haha, Avignon. Alright. So, Hellhound. I think I will take the Hellhound. It's just another bomb. Sort of. So, we'll take that guy out. Wouldn't mind the Brew Creeper, but it does die to Heatwave, so... Yep. So we're probably not going to be Sapphire. So Sapphire's getting some nice cards, though. But, you know, them taking this, you know, Sapphire will definitely take this guy, which is another thing that dies to Heatwave, so... Anyway, we'll take the Hellhound there. We would like to get... I mean, we got some good blockers. We do need some 3-drops. Wouldn't mind that Corpse Light coming back, but it's very unlikely that will. That's very, very unlikely. So we don't want the Charge Bot either. Don't want that. So Blood Aura on either of these would be fantastic, and then digging them back with a Call the Grave if they died would be awesome. So another Call the Grave. Runic Monolith is not bad, because I don't really, you know, I would need to be able to stop that early aggro, which, you know, just Heat Wave is not going to cut it. Nice card for Diamond. I can't really, I mean, I could run Terrible Transfer, but I don't want to have too many high cost cards, and it's going to be, you know, not as good as it could be if we were Mono Blood. So basically it's between Call the Grave and a Runic Monolith. Now, having 3 Call the Graves, I don't think I mind having 3 of them. I don't think I'd want more than 3. It may come back since 1 did before, though. So maybe we want the Monolith. We could even just deny the Citizenry, because that could be problematic. You know what, let's actually do that, because, I mean... Ooh, a murder. That's great. Someone's getting in a conflict. Take that out. So Diamond's getting a nice card, but we're getting a decent one as well. So yeah, we definitely take the murder here. We do need some more 3-drops. So more murders would be amazing. Good luck with yours also, Gaz. Or Avignon. So Bolt Pour, not really going to be able to use that. So we might just want... I mean, it dies to Heat Wave, of course, but we can use it to block... and maybe get some early damage in. So it's not horrible to have this guy. He dies to those Bombsmiths though. So maybe we want to take a 3-drop. Because this doesn't die to Heatwave. And doesn't die to Bombsmith. You know what? It'll come back though, so... Is there anything I really want to deny? Maybe the reversion. Because Blood Aura getting reverted, or even Ash Harpy getting reverted, could be annoying. It's not the end of the world though. I mean, we'll take this just you know, because one of those will come back. So a Corpse Fly and the Sappers. Damn, I mean, I'll take the Corpse Fly. I'll take the Corpse Fly. It's a 2-for-1, so... Definitely better. Nice Forgotten Lord there for Diamond. But yeah, take a Corpse Fly any day. We're not going to run that, I don't think. So yeah, more Corpse Flies would be great. Who cares if they die to Heat Wave? You know, you'll trade block with them and then Heat Wave later on, or on the same turn, or whatever. So we might get a Shroom Shore to help with that early, because again, we need to hold off the early game aggression. Stay alive until we get our bombs out, ideally. So maybe that's the pick here. We could deny a Phoenix Guard trainer, but I think I'll leave it. I'll take the Shroom Shore. Effigy with Unblockable is pretty good, so I'll probably take that. Some annoying cards here. I mean, there's some nice wild cards as well. But yeah, we'll just take the Effigy. Another Whisperer. Damn. So we could take a Sniper. Yeah, we'll take a Sniper. It kills Whisperers and all that sort of jazz. That's, you know, the first 5-drop we're going to likely use. Insight Fury, not really what we want. Can work pretty nice on this guy though, but probably better to just take an Inquisition. We are prioritizing blood, and the Ruby is for the late game, as you see. The Ruby thresholds will be mainly for the late game. I mean, if we do Ruby of Flames on this guy, we might actually just give it Rage. We might just give him Rage, and that way we can prioritize the blood, as I was saying. Nothing great here, so we might just take out the Glimmerglen, because it's a decent blocker and gets some health. So let's take it out. Not a fan of Wrathseeker, so I'm not going to take it. And again, it's another thing that dies to Bombsmith and all that. Let's take out the Honeycap though, because Wild could be getting some nice toys. Someone may end up mono Wild. So the less Honeycaps, the better. And there was nothing great there to pick. So that guy did come back, so that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Another 3-drop. Wouldn't mind some more priestesses, but they're not important. If I don't get more, I don't get more. I'll definitely take another Shroom Shaw. So I could run that Bolt Ball, but I probably won't, to be honest. And Priestess I probably won't run, you know, unless I do get more. Then, yeah. At the moment, it's looking like a nope. Because we're already almost at a complete deck of playable cards. What do we get here? A Resurrection, we get a Legendary. We're going to take it. We're not letting a Legendary go past. And to be honest, the cards for our colours is nothing special. There's this guy, which actually I would like to have for the Shroom Shaws. Like, that's a good combo there. But he might come back anyway, because this is going to get taken. This will probably even get taken. That, I mean, there's a lot of good cards here. This will get taken. Yeah, there should be enough cards that this guy comes back. Maybe. I mean, he's, you know, this could be someone else in Blood, Wild, Shinhair or something, but obviously we take Resurrection there. Goes in my collection. Damn, another good diamond card we're going to have to deny here. Which does mean missing out on a Throat Cutter, but I mean, it's not that important. We don't have many Orcs. We have like a Priestess. So, not a big deal missing out on this. Incubation Slave, not really a big deal either, because I'd probably have to Heat Wave it at some point. But this guy, you know, really strong rare. So we don't want the Diamond Play getting that, because they have a lot of nice cards already. So we take out another Diamond card, and then, you know, maybe on the return we take just a Shadow Blade Lurker or something. It's not going to really matter. Like I said, the deck's almost complete. So we'll definitely be able to finish it off. So another Secret Lab, which obviously we don't need 2 of them. Polaris Hex, how you going, dude? Let's put that in the bin. So another Shroom Shaw is not... I don't think I'd want to run that many. But, I mean, it doesn't hurt too much. Doesn't hurt too much. But I think it's probably best to deny here. Take out some threats, like maybe a Outrider. It's a tricky one. Even the Stone Skin can be annoying to stop my murder, for example. But we might want to deny another diamond card. But yeah, this guy, like, you know, for example, our sniper can't kill it. You know, it's a big guy that he's you know, really good with buffs as well. Let's take him out. All right, so a Stormcall we probably want to deny as well. You know, the Banshee might come back. Don't really care for any of the other things. I mean, yeah, we'll deny the Stormcall. It's just too strong. I'm almost at a playable deck, so I'm pretty sure I'm okay to deny here. I'm at 19 cards that I'm guaranteed going to use, and we could still throw in like this guy and a Misfortune if we absolutely have to, even a Charge Bot. So we see another one of these. There's an Effigy, there's an Atrophy. Damn, a lot of decent cards here, but we probably want to deny once again, which because Blinding Light is very strong. I kind of do want one of these though. I don't think I'd run 2 of them, so there's a pretty good chance that one of them will come back. Yeah, I'm going to deny another diamond card, why not? So another Witch, a Turret of Wall. So we might take the Wall here as opposed to the Witch. Then again, could just take the Witch. Let's think. I mean, Afterlife is not bad as well, but it's another high cost card. We've got these as our big finishers. So, I think we just need a Turret of Wall for any unblockable things. And it's a good blocker, of course. Actually, no, sorry, the Witch. Yeah, I think I will take the Witch. Because it has that potential to kill something before it even hits the board, which is great. And so I'll take that. What the hell is that music that's playing? Let's go to the next one. That sounded strange. So, could take a Shards of Fate here. Could take that. I mean, I could take the Enforcer, but like, I'm not going to use the Priestess, which does mean I do need to get some more cards to actually run here. My sideboard's going to obviously be crap, but oh well. I don't think I'm going to need the Shard of Fate, but let's take it anyway, just in case. Just to ensure. So we could take an Imp Hoodlum. I'm sure it'll kill something, maybe. There's a chance. So it's not the greatest thing to take though. But you know, it's decent sideboard. I mean, I could deny more cards, but let's just take the Imp Hoodlum there. So I'm sure people are going to be taking some effigies and whatnot. So we might just take a Arena Brawler to get a 2-drop. Could take another Lurker, which I might actually do. What's my 3-drop spot like? So yeah, again, there was a few Bombsmiths, so we don't want things to die to Bombsmith for free. So we probably, and then, you know, Heat Wave, of course, this won't die to Heat Wave. So I will take that. Baby Yeti! So another one of these guys is not, you know, that's, you know, I'm not opposed to taking another. They're decent. They're not anything special, really. I mean, it's a 2/3 for 3. So, but you know, it's pretty much the best pick there for me. But, I mean, they're pretty rubbish. Another Shroomshaw. I'll take another one. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get that sacrifice guy, which would be great when you got 3 through Shroomshaws. So maybe we will. Maybe we won't. There's still a chance. The Blood Cauldron Ritualist. There was 2 of them. So someone else could be doing bunnies though, wild blood bunnies, so we might not see them. And I'm sure we'll regret that, not taking one. It doesn't look like we are going to see them, so not great. We'll just take another one of these. We're probably not going to see the Ritualist. Yeah, doesn't look like it's returning, sadly. Oh well, what can you do? Nope, never mind, there he is. So one of them did return, which is great. That is great. Absolutely. I mean, it is, you know, something that does die to Bombsmith unless I have something to sack to stop that. But that's pretty nice. So we'll take out the Spell Shield troop here. So great. Now my deck is pretty much complete. 3 Shroomshaws and a Ritualist. A bunch of 3-drops. I'm not going to run a Minotaur though. That is a risky play. I mean, it pays off if you get, you know, if you're the lucky one, you then get a 4/3 for 2. But it's just a very risky card. Alright, let's build the deck. So we'll do the Blood and Whatchamajigga cards first. Three of those, one of that. We want that, that, and that. So 18 cards with 1 resource so far. We want to prioritize the blood, so maybe a 9, 9/7, 9/7/1. That's probably what we want. And then so we got 5 more cards to add, which we got 4 of these we can just throw in if we want to. We could also throw in the Imp Hoodlums as a main deck, and I think I will. Then we just do, say, 3 of those. Could throw this in since we do have 3 Shroomshaws. That will allow us to revert things, so that will stop the inner conflicts, you know, potentially if we lose stuff that way. 2, 3, I mean, yeah, that would be okay, an okay curve. A few 4s and then a 5. So I think we will take it just because we do have 3 of these. I'm not a huge fan of it though, but anyway, just gives me some options. I could even just throw this guy in. But anyway, oh, you know what? No, I'm forgetting my artifacts, so let's take that out. We're actually going to take out a few other things here, because if we go to the artifacts, you'll see there's 2 of them that I want to run, which is Secret Lab and Effigy. So then we just take out a Shadow Lurker. We'll leave in the Imp Hoodlum. We'll main deck it. Why not? I mean, well, maybe we don't want to main deck it. We can obviously sideboard it in, but yeah, we'll leave it in there. Why not? So what do we want to give this? Do we want to give it Unblockable or Rage? Or even Speed, or... I think we want to give it Rage, to be honest. Could also give it the -1/-1 thing. But I'll give it Rage. do that for him. Hellhound, we will obviously give the unblockable. There we go. And I think that's it for socketable troops. Just the two of them. So that's pretty much the deck complete. Now we could actually probably run even 6 ruby. You know, we're not running many ruby cards, as you can see. We definitely want, you know, we want to be able to play the Ash Harpy on turn 6 though, if we have it. That would be great. And that should be okay. I'll do some test draws. Should be alright. I mean, our thresholds for blood are mostly 1 with a couple 2s. So, should be alright actually. Should be alright. So let's, do we want Zarad or do we want... I think we want Zarad. Because that can work with Heat Wave, can work with Atrophy. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do there. Can work with the Sniper as well. Just to take out something a little bit stronger, finish something off. And just gives us some more removal. Again, we need to survive that early game and get out our big drops. And then if they do die, I mean, we can get back corpse flies to make them discard more cards. Wait, didn't we get 3 of these? Maybe I didn't get 3 Call the Graves. I thought I did, or maybe I left 1. I guess I did. I mean, 2 is okay still. I thought I took 3. I guess I am mistaken. So, what did we pick up? Picked up that rare, and a legendary resurrection, which is nice. But yeah, I thought I had 3 Call the Graves, which probably would have been a little bit better, but I mean, for getting back targets, these 3 are the best here. They're the 3 to get best to get back. You know, I mean, corpse flies are not great, but you can, you know, make them lose another card and get a fly back in, so it's not bad. We'd probably want to keep 1 though for one of these guys potentially. Anyway, I think that looks alright. These help with the early game. Then, you know, we can also probably just sit back on a Heat Wave and not play out much, depending on, you know, what my opponent's doing. It'll definitely be nice against the person doing rabbits, which is very likely. Because someone did take the other Blood Cauldron. Let's just make sure I've done this correctly. Ruby of Flames. And then we're going for Rage on this guy. Because even if you just get him up to a 3-2, it just makes it so, you know, say you're attacking once with him, and then you can't get through anymore. It just makes him a better blocker, you know, having that 3 damage. So that's the main reason for doing the Rage there. And if he, you know, if the opponent doesn't have a troop out or you've killed him, you just make him even bigger and make him a better blocker when he loses his effectiveness. So it's not bad. So in terms of removal, we've got a Murder, we've got Inquisition for hand removal and a Corpse Fly, Atrophy, Charge, Power, Sniper. Imp, you know, obviously very situational for the Imp there. But I mean, it's not too bad. Not too bad. And we're running 17 resources with a Secret Lab to help us filter out and just get those important draws. We have the potential to hold off on the early game with our cards. We got some, you know, sorry, the Heat Wave is obviously removal as well. But anyway, let's save that and see if the game starts straight away. Probably not. Actually, let me just quickly check something in the background. Where's my thing going? Why's my stream running? Pause that. So, looks like I'm not getting any drop frames or disconnects, you know, touch wood, knock wood, whatever. The other day I was getting a lot of disconnects. Hopefully that's fixed. I have since restarted my computer many times. So no more annoying Windows updates. That should be alright. Alright, so let's get that back open. Get that. Alright, so I think we save it. And let's, I mean, is there anything I want to maybe add in? I mean, I could add a Priestess in. Wouldn't be the worst, actually, to have just, you know, sure, it's the... Thanks, Prolix. I actually got 3 of them, because I ended up opening 35 packs and got 8 legendaries. But that 110 opening, obviously getting 6 in just the 10 packs, in the one opening. I just was like, what? So, and I did another 10, got an Angel and Jadim, I think. Then did another 10, got nothing. And then 5, which I opened individually, got me nothing first. But yeah, it ended up nice. 8 legendaries out of 35 packs is pretty good. So I could throw in the Dark Spire here. I think we'll just leave it as is though. Let's save it and let's go. Let's do it. Deck saved. But yeah, that was the awesome thing was that, you know, I got, like I said, I got 3 Angels, which I only had 1, so now I've got a playset. So I was happy about that. Definitely very happy. I also got in amongst the rares, I got a Mirror Knight, probably a few other good ones, Relentless Corruption, and didn't really look too much, but Mirror Knight's always good to get. He's going to be a very, like, he's one of the best rares basically. He's probably, you know, in some cases worth more than some legendaries, so I was happy with that. But yeah, getting a legendary this draft as well, very nice. So there's a Resurrection I picked up. Opened that, that was my 3rd pack opening. So looks like people haven't saved yet. I probably shouldn't have saved, I should have probably done this first, but I'm going to quickly go get a drink. And I should only be a minute though, so I'll be back in just a minute or so. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's get rid of that. Let's also double check. Make sure everything is how we want it. Oh, it's cold. Actually, I might get a t-shirt on. Where is my t-shirt? Actually, I might shut my window. That might help. Letting all the cold air in. The cold night air. Alright, so, I mean, I'll just save it just to make sure. Even though I know I did it, but I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, so it looks like someone either, probably, you know, toilet break or something, or someone's AFK, possibly. We will find out soon enough. What I might actually do, there's actually a new interview that was posted by CVG, computer video games basically, .com or whatever, with Corey Jones from E3, and I was starting to listen to it before, so what I might do is I might just have that playing in the background so we can all listen to it. I mean, I don't know if there's any problems with running something like that, but I'm just a small-time streamer. I don't think anyone's going to care. But let's just listen to that, see what... it's probably not going to be not any new information or anything, but we shall see. So I'll close the music down, and I'll run that interview in the background. I'll also put my headphones on so I can hear it myself. So let's see. I'm not going to bother restarting it, there's nothing really been said yet.
Well, first off, what was your inspiration for the game?
So the game is actually a labor of love for me. I've been playing trading card games for nearly 20 years, and have always had a huge passion for trading card games. I've been in the games industry about that long as well, and one of the things that I always loved was going to hobby shops, going to gaming stores, and playing trading card games, playing in tournaments. But as I got older, it became more and more difficult to find the time to get to the hobby shop to play a trading card game, and so that really did limit my ability to enjoy the hobby.
Right.
And one of the things that I noticed was that as I got a little older, I started to play online games more and more, and of course they became more and more popular. I'm not young. I'm in my mid 40s, so I was there when the first of the big online games started, like Ultima Online. And as I got older, and as I had less time to sort of get out of the house late at night to play games, and that was what was required for hobby games, I started to play, World of Warcraft, and play games that allowed me to log in, jump on to my headset, and actually talk to my friends while we played a game, and I loved it. First-person shooters, MMOs, and what I found was as I was playing.
So I'll pause that since the game has started. This is not a good opening hand, but I've kept it anyway. Whatever. Let's YOLO it. So, I won't play out the Shards of Fate yet. I will, however, play out the Ruby. And the reason for that is, I don't even have a 2-drop, so I may as well just play out this, and maybe I'll draw into another Ruby naturally, and then we can save this to discard with our Secret Lab later, potentially. Because we have plenty of resources. If we hit another, like I said, if we hit another Ruby, then we'll be at 6. Normal resources, which is more than enough for the deck. The deck tops out at 6. So still, it is a risky keep, but I'm just hoping that we just draw into cards now and not get that resource for quite some time, or maybe not at all. So that's a good pickup. So again, we just play out of blood. We also want to get that turn 4 charge power with such a hand, so that's another reason why not playing out this Shards of Fate. This guy also an Aussie, which is cool. I'll have to tell him to join my guild. Hacky Raid! How you going, everyone? So the draft actually has just started, so very good timing there for the Hacky Raid. A very good start. This is round 1, game 1, and kept a bloody a full resource hand and an atrophy, basically, in the hopes that my opponent will be slow, and then, as you can see, he hasn't done anything yet. And we do get a 3-drop, so that's pretty decent there. And I did make sure to not run much things that Heatwave kills. So we can play this guy out, knowing that Heatwave won't kill him. So that's perfectly fine. Next turn we can -1 and also atrophy if we need to. So off to a, we don't need more resources. So this is actually quite good. Hello Nero, how you going? And Whimsical, Ivy Stone, Hacky, and there's probably a lot more of you guys in here, but I don't have the time to look, sorry. But welcome to everyone. So he plays out a Banshee, which we could kill, but it's not, unless he buffs it, it's fine. We can later Heatwave when he gives us more stuff to Heatwave. He's not going to block here, so there's no need to kill this just yet. That would be a bit of a waste. So we will, however, play out a resource again, and we'll just swing in. And we could kill it. We could just kill this right now by using charge power and atrophy, but I just don't need to. Like, if he plays out something else with 2 health, we can just Heatwave, keep our guy alive, and, that'd be decent. We could just keep waiting, but it's unlikely he's going to just do multiple things with 2 health. If he gives us 2, I'll probably just use it. We'll see. How you going, Miscreant? Take my headphones off because I'm probably speaking louder than normal due to having my headphones on, because they are closed headphones. Wow, this guy has an Inquisitor. I mean, luckily we can just minus that, but okay, that's actually fine. So we can actually kill that straight away, and it's going to lower the damage, so we'll do that. So that's actually okay. And it's not going to do anything to this guy. So it's going to go on the stack. I'm going to atrophy in a second in response. So there we go. I mean, that's great. Good to know that he's got that as well. It's a very powerful card. But we have charge power and atrophy to deal with it. So it goes back to his hand. He can replay it at 6 to do... actually, does it do any damage now? It still did 2, yeah, okay. So even though it wasn't on the board, it still does the 2 because it's at 2. Okay, that's fine. And we take another 2 here. Now this guy, not great with the heat wave we have, because he will die to the heat wave. But I mean, he's got rage, so we could also just trade with the Banshee, to be honest. So we can attack in again. See what we draw. We've got Ash Harpy and Hellhound as our big cards in this. Imp Hoodlums, alright, so not something we're going to play out, of course. So I might get the Ruby now, just so next turn, yeah, we want to potentially be able to play out an Ash Harpy next turn, so let's get that Ruby now. We've got that charge power, we don't need to use it yet. Yeah, it was an atrophy on Inquisitor, so -1/-1 permanent. So yeah, I'll play out the Effigy, and I'll just swing in, and maybe we just trade here. But yeah, now if we draw Ash Harpy, we're golden. Like, that could just win us the game. If we're lucky enough to draw it, that is. And like next turn, that would be amazing. Especially if he doesn't have Murder or something to kill it. But if he does kill it with, say, a Murder or... yeah, pretty much Murder is going to be his best bet to killing it. Or a Terrible Transfer if he gets up to that enough blood. But say I draw an Ash Harpy, he kills it. We've got 2 Call the Graves in the deck, so... Might just take the damage here and swing in with this. See what he plays out there as well. He knows that anything he plays out with 1 health just dies to my charge power. So I'm not expecting to see that. So I think I will just take the damage here, because he could also have a trick like a Blood Aura, so let's not... I mean, it wouldn't be the worst, because I could -1 it and then Heatwave it, and that would be still okay. But, I mean, he gets in 2 damage, I can then do 5, so I'm okay with that. But he's very likely going to be playing out a troop here. But if he does, I still have a good play. Because this will do 3 damage. Say he plays something with 5 health. Like maybe he does a turret or wall, let's just say. Okay, he doesn't do anything. Which is interesting. So, but let's just say he did something with 5 health. I hit him with this, he blocks it. I heat wave, he loses both of these troops. I lose the effigy, most likely, and this guy stays alive. There's a Murder, that's a good pickup. So we just swing in, like I said. So, we could -1 this, but this could be holding back like Gem Crazed Berserkers, and he's not playing them out. So let's, sure, the Heat Wave would kill him. So, but yeah, let's just we can take the damage. We've also got Blood Aura in the deck as well, so we can continue to take 2. If he does do the Blood Aura himself on this guy. A baby Yeti, folks. So that's perfectly fine, of course. I take 3 damage. I mean, he has to leave this up as a blocker now, you would think. He doesn't want to take 4, does he? I guess we'll find out. Okay, so he's going to block he's leaving that up. That's fair. So obviously we don't care about taking 1 from a Yeti. We don't really want to do that block. However, if he tries to combat trick, because it's still just a trade, we'll see what we draw. But, Snap concede. So another Ruby is not what we need. So, because he probably is going to do some sort of trick, like Ruby Aura, and then we just Murder in response. So, let's just attack in and see what he wants to do. Because that, and if not, well then maybe, I mean, we could just murder it technically and hit in for, I think it's too late now, actually, maybe not. I think we just potentially trade here, and we may be able to get rid of, because we're still getting the rage, so if he does try to trick this, it's maybe a trade, which maybe that's not the right choice here, but I'm doing it in the hopes that he does try to do something here. Because he's got a lot of cards in hand. Yep, there we go. There it is. There it is. So, he could have another trick, so I could let this resolve, and then, but yeah, anyway, let's just kill it. Let's just kill it. So that's what we wanted there. So we got 2 cards for 1. Instead of killing this first, we would have pushed in 6 damage, which would have been good, but he still would have had a Ruby Aura, which would have meant even the Yeti could kill this guy. He says, well played. So, it's likely he still had another trick, and we could have maybe baited out another one, but he didn't obviously need to, so that would be risky for him to do, so very unlikely that he would. We still hit in for 2 damage, and we've still got the threats on board. I would really love him to see him play out an artifact. Just so I could go, boom, Impuldums, and yeah. Like the baby Yeti by itself, not going to do much. We can even just -1 that, if that's his only chump blocker. It'd be worth doing. It'd be worth doing. He's doing the Inquisitor, just to, I mean, that's interesting, because that's going to die. So he's doing 2 damage for a 6 cost. We will just -1 this and swing in. Like, that's definitely worth it. Looks like, you live dangerously, allowing that Yeti to live. So, you can draw a card, which, risky for him to do, obviously at 9 health. But, he's obviously wanting to chump block here. We're not going to let him. He's, did a bit of, I mean, that's a very risky play by him. So, yeah, because he will go down so low that he'll need to then deal with these, so. Looking good. He'll be at 2 health, so even if he kills this still kills him, so. Very good. Very good indeed. Maybe we'll just bring out an Ash Harpy here and win. And we get a Corpse Fly, which is not bad. We'll play that out. First we shall kill the Yeti. We'll then play the Corpse Fly. I mean, he's probably saying GG here. Oh well, free cards, what? So, we'll do that. I don't think it's necessary, but just means he has to now deal deal with 3 troops. Well, at least 2. Well, technically, he's just he needs to kill all of them. So, looks like we've got this one in the bag. He loses a shard. So now we hit in for a lot. So, glad I went Rage on this guy, because yeah, as you can see, he's done a lot of work. And really good that my opponent's running, I mean, looks like a slow deck, but, we could sideboard some things out, but, I think I'll just leave it as it is. So we don't need to add to the board. We've got, yeah. Yeah, that's probably what, you're probably right there, Trey. Yeah, I was actually going to say that, Gaz, that it'd be funny if he did a Heat Wave, but very unlikely that he will. It'd be funny, but it still wouldn't save him. He'd need a Heat Wave and then kill this as well, which he could do with a Bombsmith. There was a few of those. Could have an Extinction. He needs to have something. So, looks like it's just game, because he didn't do anything. We could Heat Wave ourselves, but we don't want to show him that we have Heat Wave, of course. We don't want to show that. So we even got another charge power, but let's just swing in and see what he does. He's probably just dead here, because there's really nothing, yeah, he's just dead. There's nothing he can really do with 8 resources. I mean, with 3 cards, he would need to have double burn and a murder. And that's like, yeah, not gonna happen. So, that's that. That's game 1. So that went smoothly. We didn't get any of our big drops, which is good, because he didn't get to see them. He didn't get to see the Heat Wave, didn't get to see the Ash Harpy, or the Hellhound, or the Sniper, or the Ritualist, or the Shrimp Shot. He didn't see too much of the deck. It was just basically a Rage guy. He didn't even see the Impuldums, but we didn't see anything that the Impuldums hit. So we may want to just put in another Lurker. And then, and then he's probably going to play all artifacts. That'll probably happen, but, the Lurker's a bit better. Since we didn't get to see it, see anything that it will do anything against. We will leave pretty much how it is, I think. Just that simple change. I could throw in another big guy because he was slow like myself, But I mean, I've got these big guys, so, and these work nicely for chump blocking, and also with the ritualist. So yeah, we'll just save that and continue. So yep, let's save. Just taking out the implements there. I main decked it just because very likely it'll it'll get some work in the first game against someone, provided I get past this first round, which is likely. Now we'll probably see, like I said though, we'll probably see a lot of artifacts being played. He'll do a turn 1 artifact, turn 2 artifact, turn 3 artifact, and I'll just be like, ah. But let's get some blood. Alright, so not the greatest. Getting the 2 ruby when we're running, I mean, it's still okay, because we got the 1 blood at least, and most of our blood cards are 1 threshold. 2 of them are 2 early cost ones, Inquisition and Corpse Fly, are double blood, but I mean, we don't have them, so that is fine. Baby Yeti, oh shit! Turn 1, baby. Oh, that's game. That's game. That's game. I mean, turn 1 Baby Yeti, guys. Like, what am I meant to do against this? It's just broken. It's a broken card. Just, there's nothing I can do against a turn 1 Baby Yeti. You always take that damage if you're on the draw. Like, you just can't beat it. You can't beat that 1 damage. So, yeah. That's rough. That's rough. I mean, I'm gonna take another damage from it as well. Like, oh, he could even buff it and make me take more damage. That is wrong. So we get a blood aura. So that's not bad. We do need to get some more troops though, but we'll get that blood so we can play a Shroom Shore next turn. But yeah, that's rough. That's rough, folks. Them baby Yetis. Alright, let's sit back. Let's sit back, get comfy. I'm on the edge of my seat already. The game's not even just started. So I need to sit back. Alrighty, so he's possibly has a turn 2 drop, but it'd be better if he doesn't, of course. I don't know if I really want to block with a Shroom Shore, but yeah, I probably will. When I feel foolish when I die to it, yeah. Baby Yeti format, when you start with 2 cards in hand and 1 life each. Who gets the Yeti? Wins. Resource and Yeti, boom. Game over. Alright, so Corpse Fly is not bad if we pick up another blood. Set 2 needs Teenage Yeti. Teenage Mutant Ninja Yetis? That's what we need. Teenage Mutant Ninja Yetis, Teenage Mutant Ninja Yetis. Heroes in a I don't know. Furry coat. Heroes in a furry coat. Veteran Gladiator. No, that's not good. That's a bit rough. Just a bit rough, but eventually we will, if we hit a resource. I mean, we're going to take some damage, of course. Do we want to take the damage from the Yeti? You know what? We actually want to kill the Yeti, just so we have multiple dudes on the board, so that way we have ability to chump this, which we might want to do next turn. Maybe we'll get a heat wave, which we won't use yet. We can just chump, like I said, let him play out more troops. If we get that heat wave, that'd be nice. But I mean, if we pick up, let's say we pick up a blood. Blood would be great. I would like to get a blood here. Oh, there's the heat wave. So we can do what I said, which is multiple chumpy chumps. So what we might even do here is play out another Shroom Shore. He's going to make it so it can't block. We just chump for a good while. We just make sure we can chump for ages until we get to our resources, because we do need more resources. We don't want to heat wave just this one guy. We want to chump for several turns, like say 3 to 4 turns, if we can do that much, which is probably unlikely, because obviously we'll need this to die to get more chumpies. But I mean, that's okay. We can chump here, and then if this dies to something else, then we can keep chumping and then heat wave and potentially do a big blowout. Like, that's the idea, because we don't know if we might get stuck on 3. We may get unlucky and get stuck on 3. So let's see what he does. So we're just, like I said, we're just going to chump. We could take a bit of damage here if we really wanted to, but we could take 3 and then start jumping. but we'll chump now. Might as well. So we don't know how this is going to go. You know, we hopefully draw a blood, and I mean we just need to. Yeah, I mean we'll see. There's many things we could draw that would be helpful. Resources would be good though. But we've already got the answer, so when this gets out of hand, so that's fine. Oh, hello. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to play him out. Which does mean he'll make this unable to block, of course. Then we get to block with this, which gets us more battle hoppers, which it just means we chump for longer. You know, we could even start attacking with it next turn. Yeah, probably we'll do that. It does die to heat wave, you know, of course, unless we have something to sack on the same turn. But without troops to sack, it's, you know, what's the point of it anyway? So, you know, we'll just use it as that sacrificial chump blocker or whatever at some point. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. Do need to get more resources though. He's up to 5. Can draw a card, which he very likely will, because he's at 20 health. So there's no, you know, he's not in any risk here. So I'm in a pretty. I mean, he could just bombsmith this, which then forces me to pretty much sack this guy. Gets me 3 hoppers on the board. He then makes it so I can't block. Anyway, we'll see. We may even just take 3 for now. Attack in. Yep, he has the bombsmith. I called it. I called it. It's another thing that dies to heat wave at least, so that's okay. We can still sack. Can still sack. So we might just sack the Shroomsher, I guess. So we'll do that. So that makes my do to 5/5, but obviously, you know, like I said, he'll make it so it can't block. So that's fine. We want him to put out another thing with true health. That'd be good. A gem crazed berserker now. I mean, he could do it because, you know, I'm not anywhere near my charge power. But anyway, he might not have that. He's got 3 cards in hand. He has the ability to draw, which he hasn't done yet. So I'm tempted to just take the damage. Here. I mean, then he'll just chump block if I want to go on the offensive. So I guess I'll just jump. May as well. Keep myself at 18. Still not worth, you know, using this yet, of course. We can just keep chumping for a couple turns. Hopefully we can hit that blood resource, or any resource really would be okay, to be honest. So there it is. There's the blood. That's good. So now we can corpse fly, which means we can then trade the corpse fly with this and not have to heat wave. Could do that. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Could have also played out the secret lab, but obviously I don't need a filter yet, so, you know, we actually need more resources. We don't need the ability to filter, so there's no point. And we can make him lose a card, which, you know, we could have maybe waited a turn. But we're making him lose something. Probably a resource. Yep. Not too surprising there. So we could go on the attack here, but then we won't be able to trade. And all he will do is chump. So there's not really much point going on the attack. So we'll just leave it back to make sure this dies, of course. And that'll be very good for us, because all he'll have is then a bombsmith that we can kill pretty easily. So he still hasn't used his charge power, which is a bit strange, but I'm sure he'll use it now. I'm sure he will. And there we go, he does it. So, let's see. Alright, so it looks good so far in terms of my stream not disconnecting. Probably just cursed myself, though. So he's got that Inquisitor. Did he change? No, he's just doing the damage, so that's fair. I mean, I take 3. It's another thing that does die to heat wave, but he can replay it and keep doing that 3 damage, which is annoying, but anyway. We do have the blood order, remember? So that's nice. We can't really put it on this guy or this guy because of the fact that they both die to heat wave, which we are very likely going to have to use fairly soon. So he's attacking here. He'll probably make it so the fly can't block, just so I have to sack. And maybe he's got... Okay, so he wants to... He's got a trick. He's got a trick, which is fine. So we lose the fly. He wants me to also... Alright, so yeah, I basically just block with the fly. He does a Ruby Aura. And then we can Heat Wave after swinging in, I guess. Yeah, probably. Probably. So what's he doing? Uh-oh. So I'll just do that as well. I'll hit the N key. He should just have to hit those keys. What do you mean Bella doesn't pant? What? Yeah, well, she's not. If that's what you could hear, something else, her scratching her claws on the carpet. So maybe he's frozen the game. He should be... So it's been a while since I've had a game freeze up like this anyway. So I'm just gonna... I mean, it's on his end, so he just has to just basically, you know, like I said, try hit those. Well, maybe he's frozen it. I haven't seen... Hey! So I guess him smashing spacebar. I mean, I didn't say smash spacebar at the start because normally that's what everyone knows to smash spacebar. So that's interesting. So you'd think, you know, that's I didn't say that because again, so we know he's going to do Ruby Aura. We're almost certain of that. Anyway, we're just going to do that block. I mean, I could have, I guess, blocked the 1 damage since I am probably going to Heat Wave. But let's see if he's even got... Wow, he doesn't have a Ruby Aura. Well, that's interesting. I'm more than happy with that. So... Could put Blood Aura on it, technically, but we don't have many things. Atrophy is great. We can atrophy this now to make it so it does less damage. And we also get in damage, so let's atrophy that. Get maybe a resource would be fantastic as well. So that was a really good draw. That was a really nice draw, so thankfully the game is continued. And that was a nice draw. Hopefully we'll get me a resource. And we do get one, so that's fantastic. So he gets it back in his hand, but it now does a lot less. So we could -1 this, just to get rid of it, but at the end of the day it's not a lot of damage when we've got Blood Aura to get us back health later. Maybe. So let's attack in and sack. So that's 5 damage we get to do here, which is very nice. So, there we go. I mean, he could have a burn in response here, which then I'd have to sack the other one, which he, you know, therefore won't do, because it'd be basically like using a burn on a Battle Hopper if he was to do that, which would not be good. So we get to hit him for 5 damage, putting me in the lead. It's going to be even now, but I've got this guy on the board, which, you know, obviously doesn't do too much, but at least he's 6-cost dude. This Inquisitor now doesn't stay on the board. It just will play out, it'll do 2 damage, and then it's gone again, and that's his turn done. So very unlikely we'll see him do that, unless he's got just really bad options. So he does a Blood Craze Zealot, so that's actually quite good. But he may, if he wants to block, we could Blood Aura, and then our guy will stay alive, but again, it's just really not a good Blood Aura target. Ideally we want the Hellhound with Blood Aura, that would be better. So we're not going to obviously block that. But, I mean, this guy is a problem. We could leave this up as blockers. If we draw a resource, though, the Hellhound with a Blood Aura, we can take 5, well 6, say. Unless, of course, he has Burn to the Ground, in which case we die. So there is some risks here. Let's see what we draw. We do get the resource. Decisions. So we could minus this, and then therefore he can't block. But we could also do that combat trick I mentioned. And maybe that's the better thing, because then I heal for a bunch. Sure, this guy won't have any sack targets anymore. I think that's still let's see if he even blocks, technically. Let's see if he even blocks, because he could have Burn to the Ground. It is possible. We kind of want to get this out, though. So maybe we just play this out, leave this on defense. But then if he kills this, then this is just chomping. But then the Hellhound does a lot, so... let's just attack in and see what he does. He'll probably block. He could have... yeah, he could have something. So that will be bad. Anyway, I can't spend too long thinking, because I still could lose this and go to a game 3. So let's see if he blocks here. Let's see if he blocks. I think it will be worth it using the Blood Aura here. Ooh, he doesn't block. Interesting. So maybe, you know, again, he could have the card I mentioned, the Burn to the Ground. So then I take 6. I would need a... so I could do this. But we'll just let that happen, and we'll play out the Hellhound. It's a bit of a risk. We could -1 this. We're not going to block. We could just -1 the Yeti, I guess. May as well. Just 1 less damage we take, so we take 5. Because he probably actually needs to leave this up, actually, to block. Because, you know, obviously the ability to dump resources into this... Well, actually, no, he can't block... Well, he can block it, because it's a ruby card. So, yeah, he might leave that up to block, knowing that it can trade, but he doesn't, you know about the Blood Aura. So, very likely he will leave this up to block, unless he has another trip to play out that can stop this. So, he might want to just do 5 damage here. And if he does have a resource... Ooh, he could do a 7 damage, 7 and 5... Oh, bugger. That would be 12. There's a burn. So, obviously we could sack this. That's fine. I mean, he kills this. It was already useless at the moment, so... That is interesting. He has to do... Okay, that's fine. If that's all he's doing, that is perfectly fine. That's great. Oh, right. I should have known, obviously, he had just the Inquisitor in hand. I forgot. I was forgetting about that. So he does 2 damage there. He can do 5, and then he just dies. Because we know what his last card is, so I guess he's just dead. He has to leave this back. If he attacks... That'll be strange, because then he is just knowing, you know, he has to leave it back to block. And because we know he's got nothing in hand, he played out that Inquisitor. He should have probably drawn a card and seen what he got. He might have got removal, and then he could have been on the one who is in a very good position. So that was a bit of a misplay by him, I guess. Because now we can Blood Aura this. I mean, he has to block it, so we'll just Blood Aura it first. It doesn't make any difference. He has to block. So we'll just Blood Aura. Just say, hey, look what we got. And, oh, actually, he still trades with it, I guess. Because it is 5 damage, and I did use my charge power. Duh! I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. So that was, I mean, I do have, I do have Call the Grave, but that was a bit of a misplay. Just totally derping that up. Because yeah, I should have minus this. Should have minus that. Oh, well. Bit of a mistake there. What are we doing? What are we doing? Declare combat. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Ah. So that, yeah, that was a mistake. But oh well, we'll get a bunch of health, which is okay. But yeah, he does. I don't know why I did this. I mean, I could have played out the secret lab, but might as well just get as much health as I can. Maybe we'll top deck the Call the Grave. We got 2 of them in the deck. So, anyway, with the secret lab, we know what his last card is. We're going to heal for a good amount here. very good amount. We're actually going back to 20 health. So that's extremely good. And like I said, he has to block. So, and he will, of course. And then his last card is just that Inquisitor that he could play out and do 2 damage. That's it. Like, that's all that does. But by having the Call the Grave, I mean, he might have Call the Grave as well, and then I die to my own card. That would be quite terrible if that happens. If he top decks the Call the Grave here, I would cry. I would then need to top deck a Murder, followed by a Call. So he got a resource. So he will play out that just to do that 2 damage. So I can play out the Secret Lab and filter if I hit a resource. We don't need more. But yeah, I did do a bit of a misplay by not minusing the guy that can kill my guy, just not paying enough attention. I should have just, instead of killing the Baby Yeti, just minused his guy so it doesn't trade with mine. But, you know, a bit of a dirt play there. But hopefully it doesn't cost me the game. I am obviously in a very good position still. What the hell just happened there? The buttons were going mental. So we do get a resource, so we just want to bring out the Secret Lab. And you know, we want to hopefully filter into the Call the Grave, so because he could be running them. There was one that I didn't get to pick up. So, I can't believe it. I was just, there's the Wizard Powers once again. So I was saying, basically, you know, that I need to get it now, so in case he gets it before me. So we're not going to be able to play it this turn, but at least now, next turn, you know, he can't steal it. So, there it is. Boom. Everything happened like I said it would. The Wizard Powers at work, ladies and gentlemen. The Wizard Powers at work. So he now needs to top deck just something that answers this Hellhound. Because if he doesn't, you know, he's obviously... yeah, I mean, that will kill him in one a turn. So he needs to get a Chump Blocker, so a Ruby Troop, or Removal. Basically, the Removal, he could have Ruby Lance. That will kill it, because he's at 6 Ruby. Terrible Transfer won't work. Murder works, of course. So Murder, Ruby Lance, he needs to get, or a Chump Blocker, and there's a Chump Blocker. So we could Heat Wave, and then if we hit a resource, we could Heat Wave it, play this out. But we can also just Heat Wave the next turn and swing in and win, so that's obviously the smarter choice. He goes down to 6 health to get another resource, which is fine. That doesn't help him. So we will just play out the Hellhound here. He could then, obviously, if he attacks, which he won't, because we won't block, of course, we're at plenty of health. So all we need to do is play out the Hellhound and then Heat Wave the next turn and he dies. So we can also filter here, so that's good. We don't need the resource. I mean, we could play out a resource, potentially draw another one, and then just -1 it, but we've already got the kill. So we may as well, you know, because that's going to surprise him. He doesn't know we have this in the deck. He didn't get to see it in the first game. So we did get a resource, so it would have worked either way. Obviously, using the charge power would have been fine. I mean, I could still play this out and potentially get... Yeah, might as well. Might as well. Because if I do hit a resource, and if that's all he has on the board, we can just charge power it. So... may as well. I obviously don't need the resources, and maybe I could have just filtered into a Murderer or something anyway. But, you know, if that's all he has on the board. If he puts out another troop, that's at 2 health. That's even better. So he doesn't do anything there. So no other troop, because otherwise we would have played it. He may have picked up something good. But the Heat Wave will definitely surprise him. We didn't have to show it in the... What? Okay, so he does have another troop. Or, well, he's got a trick. But like I said, we don't block a trick, you know, that would be silly. So it's very likely it's another troop, so I probably could have blocked here, but I don't need to. So, because if he brings out something with 3 health, Charge Power and Heat Wave will potentially work. So it's very likely another troop, because that was risky, because I have to block. So he took the risk. Why would I block there, son? Why would I block? That was a big gamble by him. It's like, you know, sure, I would like to kill your troop, but I don't need to. So, not sure why he did that. Maybe he's watching the stream and realized I had a Heat Wave, and he was just like, well, I'm dead, so YOLO and hit him. Anyway, good game. I will message him. That was a very risky attack. You know, he had to have something else, so maybe he had a Crushing Blow or a Ruby Aura. And well, Ruby Aura wouldn't work, so he would have needed Crushing Blow. But yeah, I mean, he could have chump blocked. He still would have been in a very bad position. Anyway, so good game. That was fun. That was exciting. And no disconnects from my stream, so that's great. The sad thing about the disconnects I had the last 2 times I streamed, it disconnected like every 15 minutes or 30 minutes. And, you know, had some really good matches, so I would have liked to have highlighted those, but, yeah, there's like disconnects in between the matches and during the matches, and, yeah, just screwed it up. So, we got Life Lace versus Thukar, and, yep. Just have to wait for those guys now. So they're on their last game, so it shouldn't be too long. We had Shinjika go 2-0 versus his opponent, Debug go 2-1, and then obviously I went 2-0 also. So that worked out really nice. I'm not, you know, the deck is, we didn't get to Ash Harpy. Ash Harpy would have been pretty sweet to have as well, especially with the Blood Aura. But Hellhound just works just as good. So we got a few good finishes with a lot of ways to slow down early game aggression. So, pretty good. Pretty good indeed. So I'm just going to check a few things in the background. I'll reload that interview that was playing, which is Corey Jones being interviewed by someone from CVG. So I'm just going to listen to that, and you guys can as well, if you want to. I could just also link you guys. I will do that. I'll link it as well if you want to listen to it at your own time or whatever. But I'm basically just going to have it running in the background so I can listen to it and you guys can as well. There's the link if you want to listen to that separately or later on. I might as well just play that and listen.
Playing these games, I was having a great time. I was interacting with my friends, but what I really wanted to do, I really wanted to be playing a TCG because that's where my heart lives. And so it sort of dawned on me that making an online TCG that took all the things that an MMO provides in terms of community building and narrative would be an amazing addition to a trading card game. And so luckily I have a background. I created the World of Warcraft trading card game. I was at Upper Deck. I worked at Blizzard for about 5 years. I went and started with my partners, Cryptozoic Entertainment, and we put out the World of Warcraft trading card game. So my entire career has been, video games and hobby games and trading card games.
Awesome.
So I was in sort of a unique position to dream up a title like HEX and make it happen. We had been in development for a couple of years. We got to a point where we kind of needed help because the game had become so much bigger than I imagined it would be in terms of just raw development. So we went to Kickstarter. Okay. And we did a Kickstarter about a year ago. And over the course of the Kickstarter, we ended up raising $2.5 million. Wow. We are, I think, the 5th largest video game Kickstarter of all time. We have a pretty dedicated...
It stopped for some reason. I don't know what just happened there. It was strange. Oh well. It's a new interview. I mean, I don't know if there's anything new in it, but it was from E3. But yeah, it just stopped playing for some reason. But there's the link in the chat. I guess I'll just listen to it later. The game should be starting fairly soon here. Yeah, I don't know why it stopped playing there, but as I said, I'll just listen to it later. You guys can listen to it now if you want. The link is in the chat. I'll see if there's anything else new. I mean, there was some artwork that was posted, not a card, but there is an artwork, so I'll post a link to that. It's like an article with some artwork called Peace Pipe, so I'll post that in the chat as well. So it's an onrpg.com article. And they have the artwork in there. Dedicated what, Corey? What? Well, what? Huh? Alright, I see what you're saying because it cut out at that point. Tell us more. Alrighty. So Hacky, how's your drafts been going lately, dude? You been winning? Smashing faces? I'm just going to check Twitter. Nothing really to look at there. Thank you guys, a tweet that I posted last night. I was opening some packs. I was bored. It was like 3 AM. And I mean, some of you already have seen this, but for those of you who haven't seen it yet, check out this my tweet there. The tweet that'll make you weep. So, yeah, basically what happened is I opened 5 packs one at a time, got nothing, just, some crummy rares, maybe one good one, I think. And then I was like, oh, YOLO, and just did 10 packs at once. The first 10 packs I did, I got 2 legendaries, an Angel and a Jadeem, I think it was. And then I thought, oh, that's pretty good, let's open another 10. And then I got that, what you see in the picture on that tweet. I got that from the next 10, and I was just like, oh my lord. That was like the best I've ever done, like in terms of opening packs. Like, that is insane. So, yeah, you can see, if you look at the picture there, you'll see that I got in the 10 packs, I got the Pack Raptor, a Resurrection, 2 Angels, which I was like, oh my god, playset finally complete. A Zombie Plague and a Tomb Lord, and then also, I mean, the rares, I had got one good rare as well, a Life Siphon. So, pretty sweet. Nice one, Hacky. So yeah, that was very nice. No, I did another 10, but it got nothing from the next 10. just rares. But yeah, very, very nice. And now I'm down to 600 packs now. I thought I'll stop there. Yeah. So I'll probably want to do giveaways and stuff in the future with those. Save them for that. I'm just checking some websites now while we're waiting. I do have some games, some new games that I could load up, but because they're on their last game, their third game here, probably wouldn't have much time to do anything. So I will just wait, basically. So yeah, I will just wait, and then if there is a lot of downtime in the next, after the next games or something, then I've got some new games that I should be able to play on stream, like some point-and-click adventure games on Steam. So yeah. Do. Let's see, what do you say here? Today won a game that bugged out when my timer was at 18 seconds. Jeez. Yeah, I had one that I would have liked to have highlighted. It was against Pentachills, where I won the third game with 14 seconds left. That was crazy. But I had a whole bunch of disconnects during it, so... Next game is starting, here we go. It was my only chance, come on, roll the dice. Alright, next game starting, which is nice. Three, two, so who am I against actually? Okay, so I'm against the guy who went 2-0. And Debug and Life Lace. Anyway. So, let's see how we go. Maybe that Imp Hoodlums will actually get to do something this game. Because we have it in the main deck. There's a lot of people do run at least a few artifacts. So we might get to use it. If not, we sideboard him out, if we don't see any. So, he's going first. And he's got flyers, which could be a problem. It's keepable. It's keepable, of course. Not the greatest opening hand, but it's keepable. We got this guy for turn 3. If we hit a ruby and he does play an artifact, we do have the impulse that I just mentioned. So let me sit back. Again, I'm on the edge of my seat. Gotta stop doing that. Gotta just sit back. Relax. Relax, dude. Relax. Drafting is stressful. Exciting, stressful. That's, yeah, good stuff. So he's messaging me, probably saying good luck, have fun, which I will do the same in a second. Everyone blood deck, lol. So. I didn't get a huge amount of blood stuff, but I got some good ones, some decent ones. He's running Blood Sapphire, okay. So, oh, he's going to have some of the really good Sapphire cards like Wizard, probably the Flying Inspire guys as well, which is okay because Heatwave kills those. But, yeah. So we will play out the Shroom Shore, even though it's probably going to do nothing because he's probably just going to have a ton of flyers. But we'll still play it out, and then next turn we can do an Effigy, which can start Raging. Especially if he's turn 3 plays. If he does a Sapphire and does the Inspire guy, I mean, yeah, it's just, he's probably going to have Mystics, multiple Mystics. He doesn't have a Sapphire yet, though, which is good. He could just be, alright, so that's fine. We can block that, not that we will, because our guy has Reach, so there's no need to. Hopefully these Shadowgrove Witches hit stuff. Like, we've already got the ability to play them both, so that's really good. Because by the time we play them, he's going to still have cards in hand. So we do get a Ruby, so we'll play that. Play out the Effigy here, of course. Next turn we can -1 something as well. So, yeah. Good thing about the charge power, so he does have Wizard. Obviously, Heatwave does not kill the Wizard. It kills the Owl, but charge power plus Heatwave will kill both, and potentially a lot more if he has, you know, like still this on the board and we pick it up. But at the moment we don't need to. We're not going to block here. Because even if he brings out something with 3 health, like say he plays a Wizard, we could attack in with these, he's not going to block. You know, Wizard would be a problem. I'd probably have to charge power. So a Zombie doesn't do much, so that's fine. I mean, it doesn't die to Heatwave, but who cares? It's a 1/3. It's not a big deal. If well, he's actually going to stop me from raging. Okay. I mean, I'm fine with that. Because, you know, we can just sit back for a good while. Because we got big dudes that come out, of course, at turn 6. If we get them. Now, we could -1 this. He would then have to double block. We still only kill 1, so it's not really worth it. But anyway, let's play out the Witch and hopefully hit something nice. Forgot to resave my deck and now it has wrong Jam Marrow. That's a bit of a bummer. So, yes, we kill a Phoenix Guard Trainer. Absolutely brilliant. So that's dead. So Witch just did some really good value. Now, we could -1. Could do that, and we could swing. But then he just double blocks. So there's no point attacking here. I mean, we're obviously in a better position. So there's no need to attack or anything. We can block this. We can block anything. So we're, you know, again, we're the ones with bombs. We don't know what bombs he has. But we've got 2 of them in the deck. We've got Hellhound, which so far, you know, he's not going to be able to block unless he has artifacts, which input limbs will kill. So getting a Hellhound would be great, but also getting the Ash Harpy is better, but we still need 1 more Ruby, which we need by, say, turn 6 if we pick one of those up. So, oh great. Absolutely great. So there's a kill, for the free kill for the Impulse, so that's great. Thanks very much for running Effigy. Chaos Beans, how you going, dude? So that's really good. That is really good to see that, because now we get to play out of Impudlims. We could also just... We don't actually even need to yet. We'll just play out another Witch, because he could have more troops in hand that we can hit. We've already hit 1, though. So there's the Hellhound I just mentioned. So we could do this, but we don't need to yet. So let's just do that. Potentially hit a different troop. That would be great. We might hit the same one. We might not hit a troop. But it'd be obviously really good. So we know he's got a murder. So the Hellhound will die to that, unfortunately. But we do have Call the Grave, so... So we could attack with this. He double blocks. We then kill the Banshee. And that'll clear up his board a bit. So let's do that if he wants to do that. I'm fine with it. Let's see what he does. He probably will. Oh, okay, he's just gonna... Yeah, I mean, what am I thinking? I'm a derp. Obviously, he can just... I mean, I could -1 that now. Which I might do. Yeah, let's do it. I might regret this, though. But, might as well. Because I will be able to... I mean, I might as well. I mean, it's not the greatest thing, but it's still getting rid of it for free. So, basically. Just the charge power, you know. So it's worth it. Because otherwise it would be there quite annoying for some time. So we'll get rid of that. He gets his Sapphire, so we might see a Wizard now. That gets flying, which is fine. We don't care about that. He gets a Headless Executioner, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. He's going to give it flying as well, which is jumping the gun there. But, you know, whatever. It can't block. He's probably going to attack here. We can Impudence that. The flying headless, yeah, definitely is a problem, especially when we know he has murder in hand. We know he's got murder and the dead troop. So we need to pick up removal ourselves. Which we get Call the Grave, which is not bad for obvious reasons. But we can't even play this out yet, which would be nice. So we just have to Impudence here. We get to attack in for 4. Could attack with this as well, but it will just trade. Which I guess I could do. And I could Call the Grave and get it back out. So we'll get rid of that. Resolve that. We may just attack with everything here. Yeah, we'll just attack with everything. So we don't know if we're going to get that another resource. And we know he's got the kill spell, so... Getting this back, you know, because it doesn't die to murder, so obviously he's going to trade here. Unless he's, yeah, so he's going to trade there. So I don't need to get it back yet, because I can't play it again this turn. So I might as well just play out the Shroom Shore here. Because sure, he can get in 5 damage, but I can get in all this damage, so... He needs to obviously get more troops on the board. We can then get this guy back out, which will be a 4-2, depending on what he plays, of course. But, you know, it doesn't die to murder, and the rage makes it good, so... he might even use the murder now, which would be crazy. But so I don't expect to see that. He's going to leave the murder open. So that's fair. So he does an Oracle Song, which is good for him. Puts him back to 4 cards. So now he probably... We know he's got 1 card in hand that's dead. We know one is a murder. So he plays a Corpse Fly. That is terrible. Oh well, we just ditched the Hellhound here. Because, I mean, it's just going to die to murder anyway. But that sucks. That definitely sucks. Bloody Corpse Fly. And our Corpse Flies aren't going to be that great because he's just going to ditch the dead guy. So I only have 1 Corpse Fly though anyway. But that's annoying. That is definitely annoying. He'll probably just trade with the Impulse now to slow down the damage I can do. But anyway, we need to, yeah, I mean this is not great. That was good for him, the Oracle Song into a Corpse Fly. Or he already had it, either one. So that was nice. Let's see what we can draw here. A Lurker, which is nothing special. So we're going to just attack with everything. And then he probably blocks the Impordlum. Then again, he doesn't know I have the Call the Grave, so he can't murder the Rage guy, so I will get him back out. Because that'll be 4 damage swinging in. And he can't murder it, so he trades there. We still put in more damage than he's putting in, so we're still winning the race here. And now we don't need to get this guy up on the board, but I think we need to, because again, he can murder one of these, so that'll slow down my damage. So we'll Call the Grave here. I mean, I could have waited and just played out this guy technically, but yeah, with the rage, this is definitely decent. So we'll do that. Maybe I'll regret that, because maybe we could have made him. You know, we hit a resource, get the Hellhound back out, but I mean, he still has to deal with all of this. So, and I need to deal with that. I'm on a 3-turn clock. He's on a... I mean, we know he's got the murder. Now he gets to block... yeah, he gets to block there, sadly. So, he does get a blocker. But I'm still doing 4, 5, 6, depending on what else he has in hand. He might have a Mesmerize. He's got the murder, so he might kill one of these now. Which means I do 4. He blocks here. I play out this, getting another troop on the board. So he does want to... Yep, so... He could have waited technically till next turn, Maybe we'll top deck a Blood Aura. That won't work on this, but we can Blood Aura this. Now that he's used the removal. We know he's got a dead troop in hand, so he's got one card basically, one live card in hand, just like myself. So let's think about this. I mean, obviously I'm dying in 2 swings to this. He's dying not in... yeah, see, that's a problem. A murder would be great. Resource is not a murder. Oh well, we just attack with everything and see what he does. Yeah, I mean, obviously he's going to block here. So we're pushing through 4 damage. Next turn we can do 6. So we still will have... you know, he needs to have another removal, basically, or another blocker. So I may lose to this guy. But I'm, you know, nothing else I can do here to potentially stop that from happening. There is nothing. So we do that. We play out this. And now we have 6 damage on the board. All he needs is 1 more troop, though. And he hits in, plays out a troop. I then have to top deck removal to potentially kill him. So, or if he just gets removal, that also works. So, wait, did he not attack at some point? No, okay, he's going to hit in here. So, yeah, so I need to win next turn still. I need to win next turn. So, hopefully he didn't get like a wizard or something. Now that I've said that, he probably did. Shouldn't have said it. Shouldn't have said it. I've now cursed myself. He's definitely got the answer here. I would say he probably has something, you know, troop, anything. I mean, he's got 3 cards in hand. A life siphon for the win. Oh, brutal. Nothing I could do about that. So we lose the first game. That was obviously a nice draw for him. If he might have had it for the whole time. He could have also just top decked it, which is very brutal. That is a very oh damn. So that was not good. That was not good at all. So, what do we want to change there? We know he's got murder. Oh, that life siphon is brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Good splash diamond for a blinding light. We got this in there because that kills a guy. We've got murder to deal with, yeah. Bugger. That headless just killed me, and the life siphon, obviously. So we could throw in a priestess, because we could just trade with it and potentially get in 3 damage. So that wouldn't be the worst. I think we just leave it as is. We only saw the 1 artifact, but I mean that still makes this worthwhile. I'm tempted to just put in 1 diamond in that. But then the Shards of Fate and yeah, it's probably not worth it. I mean, I'd like to, but anyway, let's just see how we go. We'll just leave it as is. But yeah, if it wasn't for that headless, or just and the fact that I didn't just get removal, like had I had a murder like he did, I would have won there quite easily. Had I had it, you know, at any point earlier. Anyway, he top decked. I don't know if he top decked that. I mean, he could have had it for ages, so that was really good for him. So 1 resource. We need more. 2. It's not very good, but I will keep it. Hopefully, we hit another blood, followed by a ruby and all that. Early corpse fly can be good, but yeah, not the greatest hand here, of course. But you know, risky keep. But whatever. Whatever. Secret lab in an opening hand is not good. Not when you don't have a lot of resources. That's going to be dead for quite a while. But if we draw, you know, if we draw well, that'll come in handy maybe later on. But anyway, we're running 17 resources, so the odds are fairly good that we'll get more. Yes, that's a turn 2 play at least. That's okay. And that combos with this guy. So that, yeah, we'll probably want to play. If we hit a resource, we'll want to play out this first and just start damaging with that guy, because that guy can be pretty brutal. Yeah. Anyway, so turn 2 for him. He plays out a sapphire, so he's got the okay, determined zombie. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Resource, great. Great, great, great. So now we play out this guy, and then we can start doing that next turn for a good amount of damage. So that's nice. So he'll be able to chump block. He may also just kill it with something, like a murder maybe, which would be alright if he murdered that, because then, you know, this won't get murdered. Unless he has more, which he might. But we know he's got Life Siphon, we know he's got Murder. I mean, he's got a pretty nice deck. We need to hit more resources. So that would be good. So he might be thinking about killing this, but obviously he doesn't need to do it on his turn, he can do it on my turn. I do need to win quickly though here, because of the fact that it will be a game 3 if I can win this one, that is. So he's not going to attack, so we can still attack with this guy. He can only do 4 damage with these if he wanted to double block, which he won't. So there's an Ash Harpy. So if we get the resources now, that could win us the game. So let's proceed to attack phase. He might just take the damage here, because he can return a decent amount of damage himself. So obviously we'll just do that. See what he wants to do here. I think he's just going to take it, because he can return damage now. And he is running Life Siphon, so he takes it. We can just play out a Corpse Fly though, which then trades with this guy. Provided no tricks, but we make him lose a card, which is nice. We do need to just hit resources now, because these, I mean, look at this. All we need is this Ash Harp and we win the game. Because this guy's going to do a bunch of damage, and then this could, you know, I mean, already we just need to swing twice with an Ash Harp and we win. So, yeah. So we might even stay defensive instead of going on the offense here. We might use him defensively from now on, because I don't think he will attack here because I can trade there. Oh, he's got a bounce, so he's probably going to bounce that, which is okay. Again, we can just play defensively. So he's going to bounce that. So I still don't expect him to attack. That is now a 4-drop, which is okay because I don't have a 4-drop. But if we just play defensive, use this guy as a 5/5 blocker, then I mean, he can give stuff flying, which surprisingly he wants to trade here, which okay. Unless, I mean, he's got 1 open, which not really much I can think of, so I'm happy to trade there. I'm more than happy to trade. I mean, sure, I could have flown in, but I've got big finishes in hand, so I don't want to take damage, not when he's running Life Siphon. So resource, yes, there we go, there it is. So we'll just play out this. I mean, you could have another Buccaneer, but all we need to do now, use this guy on the defense to kill troops if we need to. Like at the moment, we don't really need to, kind of, but we can do that. We can also still put the pressure on, but all we need to do is hit 2 more resources, and Ash Harpy will potentially, I mean, he could just murder it, of course, but then we could follow up with a Hellhound, or we do the Hellhound first, but, you know, he has to have it in hand, so we do have this as well, so, you know. We could also just make him lose another card from hand by playing out the Corpse Fly, which is probably the move. Probably the right move, because we don't know how long it's going to take to get these. Oh, a transfer? For 3. So that seems a bit silly. Right, that does seem strange. He's just wasted a transfer. It's not going to kill my guy, and he's tapped out. So that is very strange. Maybe he just now wants to attack and wants me to block. Which I might even do. Like, he's still wasted a terrible transfer, just to heal for a little bit. But I think I'll just let him attack and take the damage, and then we swing in, maybe. I mean, I can block here now. So, alright, we'll let him hit me for that, and then we'll hit him for 5. So that seems fine. That was a strange play, so we can block there. Sure, we take, you know, that's strange. Anyway, that seems fine. I should have things... Yeah, that seems fine. We can now do another 5 damage. We can also Corpse Fly and make him lose another card. And gets a Corpse Fly on the board. If we hit a resource though, Ooh, which we do. That's interesting. That is interesting. So let's attack for 5 damage. So one more resource and we're pretty much golden. So yeah, I think we just want to maybe play out the secret lab here. What's happening? Alright. Yeah, we'll just do that. I mean, I could -1 this as well, just so I take less damage, but it could be also, he could have a wizard or something, which we'll want to kill the owl in that case. But anyway, let's just save it for now. So we got him down to 13, he can put me down to 15. He's got 2 cards in hand, and I've got just one more resource, like I said, and we'll be pretty much set. We have the secret lab to filter now as well, which you know, if we don't hit a resource and we hit something that's useless, we could just filter it out. But if it's something that blocks the Buccaneer, then you know, we'll probably play it. Oh, Oracle Song is good for him again, so he's getting more card skin. So now he might get the murders, but we have this. So we will play out the Ash Harpy, because then if he doesn't murder instantly, we get to rage it. Oh, Inquisition, what a dick burger. So that sucks. But, I mean, we still have to call the grave, unless, you know, unless he has 2 removal in hand, he might get rid of this. I mean, anyway, we'll see. He's probably going to get rid of the Ash Harpy. You would think. You would think it would be the Ash Harpy. That is obviously the one that has... He's going to be like, oh snap. But that was a good draw for him, Inquisition. So we lose the Ash Harpy. So we can still play out the Hellhound next turn, which he then might murder. And then we call the grave, the Ash Harpy, and blah blah blah. So, yep, that was sucky. I wouldn't mind getting an Inquisition of my own, like next turn. And then I could potentially get rid of removal from him, because I do have an Inquisition. I could Inquisition and bring that back and play it next turn, maybe. So let's see what we draw here. A Witch, which does let us see what he's got in hand, so let's play that out. Let's play that one out. Potentially kill something as well, which is good. But we might just get to see, you know, we're going to see something. So it's not an Inquisition, of course, but we'll see. So, Witch. Hit a troop, hit a troop, hit a troop. A Bloodshot. Alright, well that's fine. So we'll get back that Ash Harpy now, because obviously we want that. We have 2 threats still in hand. So we'll swing in for 1. We could obviously sack this and swing in for 5, but there's no need. So we know he's got a Bloodshot plus maybe just a pile of poop. We don't know what that last card is. We don't know if we want to use this charge power. I think I need to just keep holding it for now, because obviously I can block here. If he then does... yeah, no, it should be fine. There's no real combat tricks. You'd need to probably have a burn, or... Anyway, we'll see. It'd still be a 2-for-1 from my side, so... Seems fine. So he plays out the resource. He's got 2 cards in hand. One is a Corpse Flyer. You gotta be fucking joking. Well, that's annoying, because if his last card is a murder, I am pretty boned, to say the least. So that sucks. I mean, that's a really good draw for him. So we get rid of the Hellhound because the Ash Harpy is better. But yeah, what a draw. So we now need to get Inquisition, just so, because that probably is murder. That probably is murder. We can kill this, attack in with this guy, and then don't really want to play this out into murder though. Maybe. I mean, we can. I mean, we'll play it out if we hit the resource, I think. And we hit an Atrophy, so we can use that. We could just attack. Might as well do that. See what I draw. A sniper is not bad. I can kill that next turn, so that's good. That's good. So we attack in here. Could still -1 this, but I don't need to because of the sniper, so I won't. So we put him down to 10. I mean, he obviously can life siphon for a lot if he has that. He can do it for 6. Which, if that's all he has, then I'm still in a fine position. Because he will need to murder this when I hit a resource. So, he's now at 8, so he can do a 7 life siphon. So he's probably going to attack here. Nope, okay, so he's going to leave that up, which is good, because we are going to hit him for 3 damage now. Which will be getting close to forcing out the life siphon if he has that, if that's his last card. So I wouldn't mind getting the Inquisition still. But he could just be holding a resource, of course. So we sniper here. And we kill the Buccaneer. And then we have 5 damage on the board, so he's on a 2-turn clock. But he probably has the life siphon, but at least I'm not in a position where I'm going to die. Still got plenty of time for a game 3 if we can win this in the next couple turns. So we could even just hit in for 7 here, technically. But no need to do that, I don't think. We can wait. We can do that next turn if he tries to murder something. I mean, we'll see. I mean, obviously he's going to be dead next turn unless he does have the murder. But especially if I get a resource, that's going to be too much. Because he'll have to murder this. He then takes 7 because I can sack to do 7. So he would need to, and he plays out a resource. So 1 card in hand, probably GG. Because even if I hit a resource, it's GG. It's 100% GG if I hit a resource. So we shall see. So so we can play that out just to sack it, which is probably the play here. Yep, let's do that. Just so we have, the potential to win this turn. If he has the removal, we still hit in for 4, and so be it. Because he will force out that murder basically. So we do that. As priority. We then sack the guy we just played, and we might see a murder, which will be fine, because he'll still need a top deck. So it's probably GG. So yep, he does have it. So we were correct. So we go and put him down to 3, and then we have the Ash Harpy in hand, and he still has to deal with these. So he needs to top deck. So that worked. That worked as expected. I mean, I didn't need to probably do that, but anyway. It's still fine. All I need is 1 resource. I unfortunately can't really use the heat wave without killing this, but he needs to, have a top deck here. So he's thinking. So, oh, he got a mesmerize. So that's decent, but I mean, it doesn't stop him from dying if I hit a resource. So all we need to do is hit a resource, which we, got a lot in the deck. So very likely we will. I'd be very surprised if I don't. Well, not very surprised, but oh, that kills him anyway. GG. So, good game. On to game 3. So, no, I can't use lab. It costs 1 to use it, so that wouldn't work. Lucko. But I did top deck something that finishes him off. So, on to game 3 we go. So, yeah, because it costs 1 to use this, so even if I got a resource from it, I'd still be at 5 for the turn. I'd be at 6 for the next turn, but anyway, we won the game there. And what the hell's with my sounds? That's weird. That was a weird sounding noise. Alright, so I don't think there's really anything we need to change here. Again, I don't really have much choices anyway. So, yeah, we'll just save and continue. And just hope for the, it comes down to luck at the end of the day, who's going to get the better draws. And he got a lot of resources that game, whereas I, didn't. Which that did cost me, did potentially stop me from winning quicker. But I still was able to bring it home. I mean, yeah, I could have used it the turn before to get rid of the other guy, but I had a potential to win that turn. So, I forced out the murder, as you saw. So that meant that he needed a top deck, and all I needed to do was hit a resource and win. So, yeah. So I'm just going to save the deck. Have we shown him Heatwave? We haven't even shown the Heatwave yet, I don't think. Oh, actually, did we in the first game? I can't remember. Anyway. Let's, those corpse flies he has, I think he has 2 of them, I'm not sure. Bloody annoying. So that's a nice opening hand. Very nice indeed. Pretty good. Pretty good. That is pretty good. So we got plenty of resources this time. Shouldn't have many problems with getting out of turn 6 Hellhound. So don't let the clock win, indeed. Of course not. Let's not do that. Let's try not to do that anyway. So I'm on the draw, which is actually not bad. We got a turn 3 Corpse Fly, turn 4 Atrophy. We could even, you know what? After just picking up that, we're not going to play out the Shard of Fate. So we want to have a turn 4 charge power. And also, that is something we can discard to his Corpse Fly if he does one on turn 3. And, you know, I've got my thresholds met. So sure, you know, we probably will be able to discard this, because we may just keep drawing resources, who knows. But there's no need to really play it out yet. I could do it on turn 5, basically, with my current hand. I can play this out in turn 5. So, that's what I'll do, because I probably will. So he does a peek there for 2, which is fine. So he grabs something there. So we're just going to play out a Ruby here. Secret Lab. Well, there you go. We can now filter out that Shard of Fate if we get more normal resources, which is obviously better. So I'm just going to start smashing the spacebar. So I'm going to probably stop talking as much as I am. I'll stop. Anyway, I don't want to lose to the clock. Definitely not. That's a great draw, actually. Turn 5, I can kill this. Whoops, I almost didn't discard there. So next turn I probably will want to play out the Shards of Fate, because we're not going to really want to atrophy unless he gives us something to atrophy. If we draw a normal resource, then obviously we still don't have to use the Shard of Fate. So that'll be good. So, yeah. We could even just trade here, even, to be honest. Which I don't know if I will. See what he does. He might do a Corpse Fly, which will mean I will discard this. So another Banshee. Alright. So we'll trade one of them here, and then I can sniper the other. And that'll be 2 of his cards dealt with. So yep, I'm more than happy to trade here, especially when he's got no real tricks open with 1 resource. So I'll trade, more than happy to do this. Because, you know, we have the big bombs. He has a Life Siphon, which is as a one-off use. Whereas my Hellhounds and Ash Harpies, you know. Anyway. So let's see what we draw here. We could just atrophy and thingy this and kill it that way. But we also can just play out that guy, so that's good. That's a nice draw. So we need... Actually, it doesn't matter what we get here, I don't think. No, it doesn't. So we'll just grab that. So we then play out the 3 drops. That was actually a nice draw there. I mean, we're not going to be able to block this, but we will be able to counter-attack. And we are going to be killing that next turn anyway. So that gives us more advantage. We've got one advantage from the Corpse Fly. You know, 1 card basically. We got 1 card from being on the draw, and now we're going to get some advantage by this. Headless is a problem. That is definitely a problem. We can't really kill that, but we can minus it. Okay, we can't stop it now. We need to specifically pick something up to kill it. So he's going to hit in for 2 here. So that's a problem, and it may beat me the first game. So we need to pick up Murder or just kill him quicker than he kills me, which at this rate won't happen. We can minus it with the charge power, which I probably will, just to slow it down a little bit. And I will kill that, and then maybe I atrophy it again the next turn, because he's kind of maybe going all in on this. He's got only a few cards in hand. We hit a resource, that's great. That is great. So we do this. We get to hit in for 2 damage. We get to kill this guy. We're going to minus the big guy. And next turn we can bring out a Hellhound, which he won't be able to block. So we minus that. And we still have atrophy. We got the... Yeah, we should be alright to win here. Because, I mean, now that that's 4, 8, 16, 4, it's going to take 5 swings with just this, basically. Thanks to that. And if I atrophy it as well, that slows it down even more. And it can't block, so I get to push through 4 damage. But, you know, next turn we'll play out the Hellhound, which he probably will murder, but... You know, see what he does. But yeah, if we were to pick up a Murder, we'd be in a very good position. Ooh, a Wizard is pretty bad. We can kill the Owl though, but that does stop me. I mean, I guess I can still attack. So he's going to attack here. Attack with these, and you know he's not going to block because of the -1/-1. But that does increase the damage. That's problematic, especially after just using charge power. Heat Wave would be a really good pickup, actually. Kind of. So, decisions. Because he probably will... I mean, he'll lose this, and he'll have 5 damage in the sky. If I do the atrophy. And then I probably lose this guy. But we'll just attack. We sort of have to. So we'll do that. Actually, yeah, because we're going to atrophy this if he blocks. Yeah, so never mind. If he blocks, then that'll be great. If he doesn't, we probably just kill the bird. He didn't block? Alright. Which does slow down the Hellhound, but we don't want the wizard getting bigger. He's going to do 6. Maybe that wasn't the right move there to attack. Nice. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So he's going to hit me for 6. Blood Aura and a Hellhound, a 6 to 6, 12. I could just die, technically, if he's got that life siphon. Not yet. But this is a really bad position to be in, actually. Maybe I should have just played out the Hellhound. I mean, I didn't know I was going to get the Blood Aura next, of course. Because Blood Auraing these guys is only going to heal for a little bit. But it might be my only way to really keep in this game, to be honest. Because I'm on 8. So I'm going to take... A murder would be great. A murder off the top would be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. So, murder off the top. Here we go. Murder. Come on. I mean, it's not bad. That's not bad. So, if we play this out and he has the life siphon, we lose. So, we have to Inquisition here. We have to do it. And then we'll just Blood Aura like this guy or this guy. Basically. There it is. There's the life siphon. So, we would have died. We would have died. I have to take that. He's got terrible transfer though, so that's also bad. Because now I can't even Blood Aura. So I think I'm still dead. I think I'm still dead, folks. I think I'm done for. Because he will just, if I Blood Aura here, he just kills one with a terrible transfer. So I can't do that. I can't. I mean, he even kills this. Actually, it's 2 cost, two blood. So maybe we have to Blood Aura here, just so he can't kill it with his last card in hand. He can kill that. I mean, obviously, I'd like to. I need to do this because I'm going to take 6. Yeah, I have to do that. I have to get some life back now. I think that's the play here. Maybe it's wrong, but at least his transfer will not kill even in response. Like if I had done it here, it would have. But what's he doing? Oh, he's going to kill that one. All right, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, he's used it at least, and he's only healed for 2 from it. We need to pick up still a removal though. So we're going to get in some damage here. Maybe I should have even held back and blocked. And then again, he wouldn't just attack, he would just attack with that. So I need to attack. I go up to 11, I take 6, I then heal again to be over. I mean, he could, yeah. I mean, he got rid of the life siphon, we got rid of a transfer. If he kills this now, like if he top decks removal, then, too bad. I mean, yeah, I could have done that, but I don't think he would have transferred the guy. I don't know, but you're probably right. I probably should have done that. I think he would have just held on to it, though. So we go down to 5. So, did he play a resource? I guess he did. I don't know. Must have. So, an Ash Harpy would be a good off the top. Wouldn't win the game, though. Yeah, he would. So that's not an Ash Harpy. It's a resource. So we have to attack in to get that life back. And he needs to then top deck. The Hellhound can block the wizard. So, should be alright. I should actually be alright here. Oh, I don't want to skip to my end phase. Don't do that. So I'm going to heal for 3, which is very relevant. I mean, he can obviously make the wizard flying if he hits a resource, but that still doesn't win him the game. So, it's a gamble. He could win here. I mean, he's lost the life siphon. So he's going to do 6. So if he gets a burn, which he's not in Ruby, so... if he gets... hopefully he just hits a resource, because then I win. I mean, even if he gives it flying, it's... he does just get a resource. He can only do 6 damage here, so I think now he can't... Oh, I just win. I just win. There's nothing he can do to win now. So he's just going to hit me for 6 and then die next turn. So GG. We are going to the finals, ladies and gentlemen, unless I stuff up and skip my attack phase, which would be terrible, and I would commit seppuku, or however the hell you say it. I probably said that very wrong, but I basically just stabbed myself. So I'm down to 2. Obviously, all he did was hit a resource. So we've both hit 8 resources this game, but luckily, you know, I win now. So good game. And we draw a ritualist, which is not important. So let's buff this now so I don't stuff up. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. He didn't read the card. Okay. I mean, he couldn't block it anyway, so it doesn't matter that he attacked. So he still would have been dead. So proceed to attack phase. Do not skip attack, do not skip attack, do not skip attack. There we go. Whew! What a game. So let's make sure, just in case the game glitches out, let's make sure we're just killing him. So we'll do that. And GG. What a game. Another exciting finish. We're going to the finals. Whew! So I paid off bloodering that guy. That Inquisition though, that Inquisition was... That won me the game. The Inquisition won me the game because that Life Siphon would have killed me. Like, there's no way I would have been able to win when he had Life Siphon in hand. So we're against Debug, who has went 2-0 and 2-1. Whew, that was a good game. Yep. Whew. Some tricky decisions there, but you know, luckily my decisions paid off. And luckily he didn't have a lot more blood. Because if that transfer had killed, like been able to kill either of my guys that I was blood auring, then you know I wouldn't have been able to use the blood aura, because he would have then just transferred in response. So that was lucky that he only had the 2 blood at the time, and I could therefore blood aura and not lose my troop. Because if he'd been able to kill my troop with the blood aura on it, in response to me using it, or you know, regardless of what, you know, that then I would have just, there'd be no way I could win then, because that I would have been screwed completely, because the heals is what kept me in that. So that was pretty cool. So we're against Debug, who's in Diamond, so we're going to go first. So he's Diamond. I'm going to guess Diamond Wild is my guess. I don't know why I'm saying that. Well, I do know why I'm saying it. And the reason I'm saying that is because we haven't seen anyone playing Wild yet. There was a lot of good Wild cards, but Diamond Wild is not really something you see very often, so we might not see that. We have a pretty nice opening hand here. 7 resources. That's a bit unlucky for him there. We've got 4 resources, which is very nice. A Secret Lab and a Heat Wave, which is very good. And no resource, let's see. Oh, so that's very bad for him. He's had to mulligan twice. If I had to do that, I would be very in a bad... Well, not a bad... I'd be like, well, that's probably a lost game. That's the attitude I would probably take into it, mulligan to 5. It's very hard to recover from something like that. But, I mean, he could have just mulled into, like, a god hand still. Like, he could have a Scrivener into Paladin, which would get out of range of Heat Wave, and then I just don't get any answers, and then I die to a Paladin. You know, that is possible. But, yeah. So, I was correct. Diamond Wild. Who's your daddy? Wizard powers at work. I said you know, the guess was Diamond Wild. There it is, straight up. A wild resource. What can you say? I don't know how I do it. I don't know how my powers work. They just do. That's all I know. That's all I know, folks. So, pretty good hand here. Because 1 more Ruby, and then we can play out Ash Harpies and Hellhounds. And, you know, Ash Harpy, you know, like, you know, it's a bomb. It has the potential to win the game in 2 swings. Because it does 4 then 8, so that's 12 damage. So if I get him low enough, you know, early in the game, like put on some pressure with a Shadow Blade, put in some damage, you know, I mean, if it doesn't do it in 2 swings, it'll do it in 3, an Ash Harpy, so yeah, he's now got 2 wild on the board. That's a good draw there, that's a really nice draw. So now we have a turn 3 play, turn 4 play, that potentially hits a troop and, you know, makes it weaker, or even kills it, which would be great, because then not only will he have mulliganed twice, he will have lost another card, basically, because if it kills something, then, you know, even if it doesn't kill it, if it minus something from like a 4-4 to a 2-2, that is brutal. Even, you know, that alone is brutal, because then Heatwave can kill it as well. Not that. Okay, so he's done. No, he's stuck at 2. All right, well, that's you know, that's the sort of thing that happens when you mulligan that much. That does mean he has 6 cards in hand though. And that does mean there's troops in there, and we are about to have a look. So he's probably got some actions and so on. You know, wild growths, survival of the fittest. I know it would be in there because I did see that during the draft. So we kill a shield trainer. That's dead. So we did kill something. So now he's got 5 cards in hand basically. So he's not going to be happy about that. And again, next turn we could possibly hit something else. So that's good. That's really good. Really good indeed. So we also get to put in 2 damage. We're almost at 5 resources, and we're going to have 6 damage on the board next turn. And then, you know, 1 more ruby and then an ash harpy, and we basically just win. He probably has some repels and in a conflict maybe, but he's still not hitting resources. So that's, you know, looks like this is going to be a quick first game. Like I said, when you mulligan to 5, it's extremely hard to do a lot, to do anything. So we don't need to play that out. We'll play out the resource, we'll play out the witch, potentially hit another troop. We might hit the same one, that's a possibility, but the odds of that happening are pretty low. So it's very likely we'll either get to reveal something, we kill another troop. Amazing, amazing. So he's not going to be happy. He's now down to 5 cards in hand. He's got stuff to discard though, so it does make corpse flies, like it's kind of doesn't combo together, a corpse fly with witches. Because then they're just like, oh, well, you've killed my troop, that's, you know, then if you corpse fly, they just discard that, of course. So they don't really synergize very well, corpse flies and witches, but at the end of the day, you know, you're not going to always hit troops. You're not going to always hit troops. I mean, now I'm in such a great position here. We're probably just going to win in a few turns. So he gets a diamond now. Can't even play anything. We've killed his 3-drop flyer. We've killed his 1-drop shield trainer. So he does have a Scrivener. He can't do a paladin. So there is that, because he needs another diamond if he has paladin. We could just Heatwave to kill this. Obviously, that's make sure I'd hit him for 6, but he probably is not going to block anyway yet. So we could also charge power it, which maybe is what he wants me to do. So actually, you know what? Let's just charge power it, because why not? I mean, it makes sure I get into that damage, and yeah, I might even just play out the secret lab here. I think I will, because I don't really want to sack any of these guys. There's no need to sack them with a Cauldron Ritualist. If I had a Shroom Shore, then, you know, sure. But I'll play out the Secret Lab and probably filter the Blood Shard to try get a Ruby, because obviously there's no point having 6 resources if it's not 2 Ruby. So there's, you know, might as well filter that out, because I got nothing in my deck that benefits by having more blood. He does have Repel. That's fair enough. Not a big deal. At least he's not going to repel a Ash Harpy if I get that on the board anytime soon. So we will play out the Secret Lab here. And then we shall filter this like I was saying, because there's no point having another blood. Doesn't do me anything. A ruby is what we need. So we get a blood aura, which is nice. So we can just blood aura, say, the 2/4 witch here. But we could also just hold on to it. Obviously we don't even need to use it yet, because we're at 20 life, and he's, you know, he's got 2 dead cards in hand. He had to mulligan twice. I mean, yeah, it's going to be really tough. Might see a Honeycap here. But then again, he probably isn't running Honeycap because he is in 2 colors. But he's at 4. Let's see what he does. We do say, oh man, I'm just on fire. I'm on fire. What can I say? So we can combat trick that with either of these guys. He could also, he is going to do that. That's pretty smart. So now we can't really attack in. But that's fine. I mean, we could, and we could then Heat Wave, and we lose a troop, he loses the Honeycap, we lose a Heat Wave, which is not really the greatest, of course. There's that ruby, though. So we might even ditch the Ritualist here. Let's have a look. Let's see what we can grab. We don't really need the Heat Wave. We've killed all these low drops. We don't need another ruby, though. So we'll get rid of that. Now... I could Heat Wave. And then he might not block. I guess we just wait a turn. And we just play out this guy. I just really don't need him, do I? Yeah, there's actually no point playing. Let's just wait a turn. do we want to attack? I'd lose one, I'd lose a heat wave. I mean, we'll just, yeah. Because he might, now, he can't attack cause, unless he has a trick, which he might have a wild growth. So maybe double blocking is not the way to go for. I mean, I could Blood Aura one. Yeah, no, he would just kill the Blood Aura one. So we might see him attack here. But I'd be okay with that. Quick Strider is a bit... I mean, there we go. So now the Heat Wave's better. And that's why I figured I'd wait a turn. And that's why I also didn't play out this guy. Because he would die to the Heat Wave. So now the Heat Wave is more valuable. We could still Blood Aura. We don't need to though, so let's not. So we can just basically Heat Wave and attack. And then, you know, if he wants to block, he's still, you know, still fine. That'll be great. So we also get a Call the Grave. So yeah, let's just Heat Wave. And yeah, bye bye to the Quick Strider. I mean, we're showing him that we have Heat Wave, which is not the best, but oh well. So if he blocks one, it's just a 1-for-1 trade. The Heat Wave has done that. So let's see what he does. I don't expect him to block here. It doesn't look like he is going to. We will filter this guy out. He doesn't do anything without Shrimshaws, which we'll probably draw into a Shrimshaw. Watch, Shrimshaw? No, Inquisition. Alright, we'll play an Inquisition. Because we know he's got 2 dead cards in hand, so maybe this is not going to do too much. Because we know, I mean, the best he could have here is, you know, just one other good card. And he does have one. So we get rid of his only other card, so that was good. He would have also been able to play that next turn. So there you go. Good stuff. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that works out great. So now he's got, he's top deck mode. He's top deck mode. I mean, how the hell have I used so much more time than my opponent? I do not understand. My brain hurts. But oh well. I mean, that's somewhat my fault, but also the lag, I guess, is partly to blame. So that's just a jump blocker, basically. He's going to gain some health. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. He can obviously do that. Gains 2 health. Makes sense. So, come on, Ash Harpy, where are you hiding? Just come out and play, or a Hellhound. Either one will win us the game. So, Ash Harpy or Hellhound, come on. Out you come. Get out of your shell. Get out of the shell, no. Oh well, good that we have filtering. Yeah, we get another dude. Which is not that important, but I may as well just play it. I could Call the Grave. Nah, who cares? So, no need to attack here. We'll just wait. He can't attack me. I do need to play quicker though, as I said. So, he's got a big drop, 6 drop. Okay, so maybe he got a Squirrel Titan, which will be annoying. But, oh well. It's very likely that's what he did get, except, what's he doing? So, that was a bit strange. What the fuck? I don't understand. Maybe he's like, hey, look, the board's open, attack in. I don't know. So, Sniper does allow me to hit that and swing in, and he has to trade if he wants to block. I mean, I'll attack in first, of course. That's the smarter move. Derp. Unless, of course, he does have... I mean, if he's got the trick, he has the trick. So, we shall see. We shall see, indeed. So, we obviously have to attack first. And then he'll... I mean, he doesn't need a trick yet, that's the thing. He'll trick in response to the Sniper. Could Blood or... No, yeah, we'll just do that. So let's see if that now dies. Now he could still have the trick, but at least we make him use it. So it's not the worst. At best we get to kill it and then we win next turn, basically. Because we've got the Blood Aura. So it looks like we're probably going to win next turn unless of course he gets a good draw. We know he's still got... Well, he's got 2 cards in hand, technically. He's still got the one dead guy, but now he's got two live cards. He hits a resource. So Forgotten Lord for him would be good. That'd be good. That'd be a good draw. Wouldn't help if I drew an Ash Harpy. A Captain. Alright, that's a pretty good draw. So he's now going to get back the Honeycap. Ooh, that's really good. Oh my. However, depending on what I draw, I could still just win this turn, because he might not block with the Brave. He'll block with this guy. He might just take... No, I'm pretty sure he'll block with the Brave. So let's see what we draw. Basically, that's all there is to it. So that's a bit brutal. That's going to be a big Honeycap, but probably won't matter too much. So that guy doesn't help us. So we'll filter him out. Now watch us draw an Ash Harpy that we can't play. I mean, that's decent because we could play that, get the Ritualist back. But let's see how he blocks here. Because depending on how he blocks, you know, he could just die. Anyway, let's do that. He has to block with Brave. He has to block with both, is basically what I'm saying. So I expect him to, and he does. So let's think. We could Blood Aura that, but we don't need to, so we lose this, we kill that, so we'll just let that happen. Out this. Yeah, I mean, all we need to do is top deck a Hellhound or Ash Harpy and we win the game, so we can block the Honeycap for days now. So we know he's going to have a big Honeycap, but we can block it, so it's fine. It is fine. We know he's got a Dead Shield Trainer in hand as well, which he's keeping there because he wants to be able to discard against Corpse Flies, obviously. So if we draw a Corpse Fly, we just discard it most likely. We can still... yeah. We'll see what we draw here. Just give me an Ash Harpy or Hellhound, whatever. Atrophy doesn't help. Doesn't help at all. So we'll filter. And we get a Corpse Fly, which doesn't help. But I mean, I might as well play out the Corpse Fly. Because that will win in 2 turns, so... I mean, we can just Blood Aura it next turn, actually, so that will win next turn. So that's fine. We just leave everything up to block. We're in no danger of dying here, so we are going to pretty much win next turn. Because he's probably not going to expect this. I mean, he might top deck removal, like he might get a Survival of the Fittest, which then kills this. Which, you know, that's basically what he needs to do. That's basically what he needs to do. So, other than that, I mean, he's actually, you know, held on for a long time considering he did the mulligans and we killed 2 troops in hand, and I mean, this could be very hard to beat him if he doesn't have to, you know, in the next coming games. So, you know, he's drew quite well. Got a pretty solid deck. The Captain with Honeycap is a very good combo when you think about it, for obvious reasons. So, what did he top deck? GG, alright. So he didn't, you know... It's strange that he said GG there when he wasn't actually dead next turn. He was going down to... Well, actually, no, he had only 2 guys on the board, and I could, yeah, attack with everything. So he was dead next turn, regardless of the Blood Aura. So do we need to change anything here? Bolt Pork could be good. For obvious reasons, that Honeycap get reverted. So we might want to bring that in, since we do have 3 Shroom Shores. So we'll probably bring that in, take out the Imp Hoodlums. And, yeah, the Bolt Pork can definitely do nice against that Honeycap. So we'll do that. And that's probably the only change we need to do here. So, that's probably it. And we just, I mean, the Heat Wave did alright, actually, so he's definitely got a lot of stuff that dies to it. The Shield Trainer will definitely help if he gets that out early. But we'll still leave it in. And, yeah, let's save and continue. Save and continue. Alright, so... I think that's the only change we need to do there. Bolt Porter, get rid of Honeycaps. Why would you discard Evasion? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean how I was saying I might discard the fly? I mean, I didn't, obviously, but, you know, it's just all depend on what I drew. Obviously, there's no point discarding that when, as you say, it's evasion. So this is a pretty decent hand. So... Anyway, need to play quick. I also need to go to the toilet, so I need to play even quicker. So Shield Trainer turn 1, damn it. So he did get it. So that sucks. Because that does screw my Heat Wave. That is annoying. That is annoying indeed. There's the Bolt Pull. Damn, so this probably... Hopefully doesn't hit a 2-drop. I'm not going to want to Heat Wave it though, I don't think. Ugh, that's a pretty bad, but you know, we'll keep giving all his dudes more health. If he gets out a Pegasus on turn 3, yeah, we might even just wait till turn 3 to, you know, not play out the Shroom Shore yet. Which, we could play it out. Yeah, I think we will play it out. And then if he does play a Pegasus, oh shit. Damn. So we can't kill that. Oh, that's troublesome. That is troublesome indeed. So he's got a really nice starting hand here, and mine obviously is not good unless I hit resources, which I didn't yet. So that's not good. So Heat Wave, you know, sadly because he had this, you know, had he had, I mean, a Scrivener plus this would have been the same boat, you know, the same thing. It would have actually probably been worse. But that, you know, maybe he'll do a Pegasus, and my Heat Wave will still kill this and the Pegasus, because the Pegasus is a 2-1. So we might see a Pegasus here, since we know he runs it. But yeah, so we just, if he attacks here, so we'll just not block here, because if we get out a 3-drop, we can then double block, potentially. He then probably does a trick, but, you know, we shall see. We have to take some damage there, there's no point blocking just yet. We need to hit resources, basically, that's all there is to it. And that is very bad. That is very bad. So now I'm the one who's, I mean, I'm obviously not having to mulligan, I'm a risky hand, somewhat. But now I'm the one who's in the bad position this game compared to his last game, where he got a double mulligan. I'm in the resource screw area now, which is pretty sucky. That could be enough to cost me this game, to be honest. So, yep. Yeah, I mean, I can revert plus Heat Wave. Yeah, I could do that when I'm at 2 resources, buddy. Not going to happen. So the Heat Wave still kills this. The Scrivener does make this even bigger. So we will chump block here. We can Heat Wave next turn to kill... I mean, that does mean losing my little chump blockers. So maybe we just take the damage this turn, so we have 2 blockers for this guy the turn after. Yeah, pretty much, because if I block here, then I Heat Wave my own little blockers. So we have to just take 5 here. It's a gamble, but I think it's the correct gamble. Provided, you know, he doesn't have... I mean, he's got 3 open, so it's, you know... I have to do it, though, especially if I don't hit another resource. You know, that's my only play, and it's the best play I can do here. And it will stop this guy from growing, at least. So, we hit a resource, which is nice. So I could attack in, but there's not really much point. So... we just Heat Wave. We get 2 chump blockers, which is the key thing here. The key thing is the 2 chump blockers. We didn't want to have to Heat Wave our chump blockers. Because, I mean, he could have Wild Aura next turn, which would definitely suck. Because then these chump blockers won't do anything. I'll probably just die to this if he... but, you know, we can still do alright if we can hit some more resources. So a blood, followed by another blood. Anyway, so we can chump twice. He's got a Sensei, which is nice for him. Gets him a troop on the board plus another card. Still, we're not out of this yet. But we're not in a good position, of course. Getting resource screwed for several turns does hurt. So we could even take the damage here for now. Yeah, let's take another 3. Let's take another 3, because he's in these colors that don't do direct damage. There's no direct damage there, so let's keep these chump blockers, because they could be valuable later on with the Bolt Paw, so we'll keep them as long, you know, provided we get some resources, that would be nice. So we do hit another one. It's not a blood though, but we can play out the Witch, which gives us a nice blocker, provided he doesn't have tricks, which he probably does. So, but we'll still play it out. Maybe we'll hit a troop in his hand, which would be good. Especially if it's like a honeycap. That'll be decent. It won't kill it. I'm actually... No. I'm not too sure. So, let's see what we reveal. A Diamond Aura. Now we know. Now we know. He wants to Diamond Aura this. So that's very bad. That is very bad indeed. So there's not much point doing a minus on that. We'll just kill this now. Not that we need to, but we can't block here now. So, but 1 blood resource, we get the Bolt Pour out. We want him to Diamond Aura, so he might do that just, you know, off the bat, because now that I know, you know, what's the point of not doing it. But we got the chump blockers now, and this is another reason why having the chump block is you know, I didn't block the 3. If I don't block now, he'll probably just do it and to get more damage in, but he might just do it straight away because I know, and that'll be decent because then we just need a blood to get that Bolt Pour wizard doing some work. So we'll chump here. If he still doesn't want a Diamond Aura, that means he's got, you know, something else. So we could risk not blocking, but I think that's, you know, if I blocked, then he definitely would if I did it there. But now that we know he's got Diamond Aura, we're not going to. So he's still not using it, so it probably means he has another troop. Oh, Battle Beetle is just wrong. So we need a top deck murder. That's all there is to it. We need a top deck murder. That's the only thing that can save us here. Otherwise, we just die. So murder, another ruby. So that's not what we needed. So we could sniper, but that doesn't really do anything at all. So we just lose. We just lose, folks. That is brutal. I mean, even getting this out wouldn't help. I mean, this kills me in a couple turns. I mean, we'll just play out this guy. That is, yeah, ouch. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. We can still chump once. I mean, he could just Diamond Aura this as well, give it flying if he hits a resource. I mean, that's just... I think I probably should just quit, but I still got... I mean, I can check, see what I draw next turn. But that's obviously very, very bad. I mean, I just... Getting stuck on resources for too long, and now not having a blood is just too much. Too much. But I don't think it would have mattered. I mean, maybe I could have got a Hellhound out with a Blood Aura on it, which would have been nice, actually. That would have actually probably won me the game. But would I have got it quick enough? Maybe. Maybe. So he's attacking with all those. So if he gives that Diamond Aura, it becomes 6 health. So we might as well just chump block it again. So we take 5. He's probably going to give one of these Steadfast. Probably that guy. I mean, I'm boned. There's no way. I mean, I'm going to have to Blood Aura one of these guys to get back some health. Chump block again. But then he gives the Diamond Aura. I mean, it's yeah, no, I can't heal for enough. So I'd need to get murder off the top. So we need to get murder off the top here to kill the beetle. So can we get it? Probably not. We get a secret lab. So that's game. So let's just go to the next one. Yeah. So he lost the first game due to, well, I mean, not really due to Mulligan. It obviously didn't help him, but he's got a good deck. He held on for quite a long time in that first one, but getting stuck on 2 resources for a long time there is too much. So what can we do? That beetle is a problem. That is a big problem. So we could even throw in a Misfortune potentially. So it's not like he's super aggression or anything. So we could try that. I mean, well, technically he does have potential to go super aggressive. Shield trainers, all that sort of stuff. That beetle's a problem. Anyway, let's just save and see what happens. See what happens. We'll just change to Diamond in Resurrection. So, on to game 3 of the finals here. And, I mean, I've got enough time. We get 2... pretty bad hand again. Pretty bad hand. I mean, I still have to keep it. I can't really afford to mulligan. I mean, we get some early blockers. But if he's got the Scrivener and Paladin and stuff, or the Sword Trainer, the Shield Trainer, sorry, then this is going to be pretty bad. So we'll grab a Ruby. I mean, maybe I'll just get stuck on 2 again. It's possible. But anyway, if he's got the God Hand, he's got the God Hand. We can block for quite a while with Shrimshaws. if we just draw a lot of resources, can hold on with these cards, and then get like a Hellhound or a Ash Harpy out. Yeah. She's got the Shield Trainer already. So I would need a top deck a Heatwave, but like, what's the point of doing? Like, it's just, it's bad. It's very bad. So, yeah, not good. Not good. He's got that again, turn 1. I mean, that's what you want to have. So I hit a resource, which is good. So we want to just hit more resources. Another Ruby. We also want to get removal. So Murder would be good to get to stop like the Beetle or the Paladin at some point. And the Paladin's not flying, so that's where these Shroom Shores will come in handy. Maybe the Shadow Grove on turn 4 will hit something like a Paladin if he doesn't have it yet. Because he does need to get a Diamond, of course, to get the Paladin out. I mean, the Shield Trainer's a problem. Hitting a Heatwave now would actually not be the worst. I would probably do it. It's not really, it's still just a 1-for-1 really. Because this got him back a card, so it still wouldn't be the best. But let's see what we draw here. Another resource. That's okay. That's good. So we'll just plant another Shroom Shore. Just so we can double block the Sensei. Yes, my Harpy can definitely do a lot. I mean, it won't. Harpy doesn't kill unless on the second swing. The Beetle. But yeah, we just want to get the Witch out. Maybe draw a Murder if he puts out something dangerous. You know, just having the Murder wouldn't be bad. But yeah, we'll see. The charge power and the sniper may be pretty important in this game. Looks like he doesn't have the Paladin, which is good. But yeah, at least we have a turn 4 play. And then hopefully, if we draw a resource, that'll be great. We'll be able to do this, then this on something, like maybe the Shield Trainer. But yeah, we'll see. At least we can chump block for a good while. Another Sensei is really good for him. Damn. That is really nice, because that gets some good blockers. Stargazer, I mean, now a Heatwave would be beautiful. I mean, sure, it will mean losing both of these, but I mean, well, it's not the best, I guess, still. But he loses his ability to filter and all that. So he's actually going to attack. I mean, yeah, I'll double block it because of the fact that it kills it. And if I get a Heatwave, which, you know, I wouldn't be opposed, I'm only going to lose one of these. So I have no problems doing that. You know, I get 2 Battle Hoppers now, which is fine. I mean, if I do hit the Heatwave, I don't have to use it yet. If I get it, because I can just chump block for a while. Because the Heatwave, I mean, obviously stopping this from buffing stuff would be nice, but we want to just play out the Witch here, I think. I mean, we don't have a Heatwave, so, you know, there's no choice there. I'm just saying if we were to get it. So let's hopefully hit a Troop here. So we have a good blocker now. And we hit a Diamond Shard, so that's disappointing. And we still need to hit resources. We've got a Blood Aura though, which is nice with the Hellhound. And the Hellhound is only 1 threshold to get it on the board. To get the unblockable though. Yeah, I just need another resource to charge power it. Exactly. Like, that definitely would be good. So, what's he doing? Why is my timer ticking? Uh-oh. 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 What happened? I've never... zoom in Graveyard? Hey, that worked. Whew, I lost some time. How, you son of a bitch game? Make me lose time because of bugs? Here I am sitting here going, what's going on? At least the Graveyard does fix it. Anyway, I'll lose some time. Should have plenty of time. I mean, he's got double my time. I don't know how this happens. I honestly don't. It's crazy. That is crazy. Anyway, should still be plenty of time. A Honeycap here would be an annoyance, because he will be able to make it a 4-4 if he wants to. So he's actually going to buff the Shield Trainer, which still dies to... He's getting out of charge power range. Heatwave would be great, though. Heatwave would be great. Oh, Lorgile is a bit of a problem. A bit of a problem. So we just need to hit resources. He does have a second diamond in hand, but he's prioritized the wild, so that means he's got a Honeycap in hand, and he's planning on playing the Honeycap fairly soon. So, because, you know, he has the diamond. We know he's got a diamond, but he played a wild instead. So that's pretty obvious because he has a Honeycap already. So that's a bad draw. So maybe we just Blood Aura this guy and attack, or attack and Blood Aura. It's definitely not the best target for a Blood Aura though. But it will just start getting us some life. But I think we just play out the Shroom Shore. So, yeah, Ritualist would be alright, because we have a lot of dudes that we can just sacrifice, and then we Blood Aura the Ritualist, and hope he doesn't have Repel or something, and then just go to town. I mean, I wouldn't Blood Aura it straight away, I'd do a few swings first to test the waters. But oh well, I mean, he's in a defensive position, I'm in a defensive position. I'm stuck on resources though, he's not. So I'm stuck at 4, which is not good. We do need to hit a ruby. We just need a ruby, so at least we can snipe or something. Which maybe just, yeah, snipering the shield trainer is still very good. So we want to hit a ruby. He's not playing out anything, so he probably still has that honey cap, but he doesn't feel the worth of using it yet. Quite possibly, or he doesn't have it, you know, who knows. He could be waiting. So a corpse fly is not horrible. He's got plenty of cards in hand though, but oh well, we'll use it. It's unlikely he has a resource. So we'll get that out. We'll make him discard. I mean, that's, you know, still need a bloody resource. Give me a bloody ruby, will ya? So he's going to lose a troop here, very likely, or an action. Oh wow, he had another resource. That's interesting, because I thought he did miss a drop, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping balls. Because I feel like I've missed 2. Anyway. Whatevs. So he loses a resource. He now filters another resource, maybe? So the Stargazer Heatwave would be not the greatest, because I would lose these, get 4 Battle Hoppers back, lose this. But he would lose these, which is kind of good. So, yeah, let's just hopefully draw something good at some point. So he does have a captain already, I guess. Which he could get back. Oh, he's got the beetle. He's got the beetle. So that's bad. That's very bad indeed. So we now need to top deck the motor, because that's the kill, and that's going to kill me. That will kill me. And, you know, we can only jump up once, and then it starts giving everything +1, and then it's game over. So that is really bad. That is really bad. We need to get murder right now. We get a resource, which is not really what we want, because we can't even play this. So we can't do shit. We cannot do shit. That is terrible. We need a ruby. So last game we got too many rubies and 1 blood. Now we've got the opposite. So, you know, it's the story of my life. So this game will be over very quickly if he removes this. So, yeah. That's bad. That is very bad, because I've only got the 1 flyer in the whole deck, I think. Well, and the Ash Harpy, but that will just die to the beetles, so that would be bad as well. I mean, the Ash Harpy could race, of course. But, yeah, this is not good. Not good. We're just not... Yep, this is bad. This is very bad. Can we top deck that murder? That would be the only hope, probably. Because these are just going to start getting +1/+1 next turn. The only other thing that would potentially be good is a Call the Grave to get back the fly. Get back the fly, make him lose a card from hand, because it could have some more important cards in hand as well. But obviously a murder would be better. We could get, but yeah, I mean, a Call the Grave or murder, that's something that will help. I got two Call the Graves, I got 1 murder. I don't know what other removal I have, but I'm probably just going to hit a ruby now. Or a bloody another blood, are you kidding me? I mean, that's okay, because the Hellhound is not unblockable yet, so that sucks. So that, I mean, that with Blood Aura, though, is obviously really nice. But I'm not going to be healing for huge amounts, but I can block everything else for days, so maybe that's okay. Charge Power doesn't do anything here. We need to, yeah, we need to hit a ruby. We need to hit a ruby next turn. And, I mean, he could just have Repel, actually. He's probably got Repel, so that's probably not going to do anything. Yeah, I think he's got Repel. Yeah, it's very likely he does. So this is going to deal 5 damage, then 6 damage, then 7 damage, and so on. That's very bad. So he throws out a resource, which now he can buff it to do even more if he wants to. But we need to hit a ruby for this guy. Otherwise he just double blocks it, because these will get bigger. So I won't even be able to attack in with this. Especially if he triple blocked. Because then the blood, you know... Yeah, I mean, I probably still have to. I still probably have to, because of the position I'm in. A Diamond Aura. That is the... I need a ruby now. That's all there is to it. I need a ruby. A ruby is the only thing that saves me here. So he has the Diamond Aura. If that last card's Repel, this game is over. So he can also make it an 8/8 now, which then becomes a 9/9. I mean, I'm probably dead. I need to get that murder. I need to get that murder. The Bolt Paw would probably even be too slow as well, because I'm just dead to this basically next turn, most likely. So that's obviously not good. If that last well, if it's maybe not a repel, so maybe I can heal enough from this. If he blocks incorrectly, like if he just double blocks it, maybe I'll be okay. Because maybe I attack with both of these to maybe give him some more juicy another target to block. I don't know, but oh, actually, technically this I need to hit a ruby. Because this thing, I need to hit a ruby. I need to hit a ruby. Dun dun. Need to hit a ruby. Dun dun. No. So actually, technically can't block with this because I can just buff this to kill it. So there is that. There is that. But he could just block there. But I will heal like a Blood Aura, which is a 5/5, and then do 6, 7, 8, which then doesn't kill it. Shit. So we want to minus this. Then we just attack in with these, and we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Not getting a ruby, getting the secret lab obviously is terrible, but oh well. Let's just see what he does. We still just need to live a little bit longer here. Depending on how he blocks, this could, if this stays alive, if we can do that. So he might just block there, which who cares if I lose this guy at this point. So if he double blocks on this, then we get to kill them. Well, actually no, we don't. Well, yes we do. We get to kill them. But if he triple blocks, then we will lose this. But I mean that's the risk I have to take just to get some health back. Basically, because this thing is just wrong. It is extremely wrong. We're giving him a, he's like, ooh, how do I block? If he blocks with the Battle Beetle, then sweet, I get to kill it, because he's only got one resource open and one card in hand. Killing the Battle Beetle would be very nice. So and he's thinking. I'm down to 5 minutes actually. Shit. What a crazy game. So he only blocks once, so that's good. So we now put the Blood Aura, because the Blood Aura is the most important thing here, to get back health. Then maybe we can top deck a ruby next turn and get back heaps of health, because he won't be able to block it. He's going to filter, so he's got a resource in hand most likely. So this guy's just dead, but that was just so he doesn't block this too much. So that's okay. So we're going to heal for 8, was it? So we do that. We need the timer to stop ticking, because these animations are not under my control. So we do that. He loses this guy, which is okay. It's not, nothing, not a big deal. So obviously we're not killing either of those. We have chump blockers though, that's why I didn't care about losing this guy, because we can chump. So we're back to 21 health, which is the important thing here. And if we can top deck a ruby, then we just go to town with this guy for a lot of damage. It'd be like 11 damage a turn, and we get back obviously 11 health, and we just keep chump blocking these guys. So minus this, unless of course he just got a repel, which with the filtering he has, which obviously me being stuck at resources, and he's got a cheaper filter, obviously does hurt. So he's buffed that, which is interesting. I mean, I'm just gonna chump block, so that's not a big deal. Battle Beetle goes in, we chump block with 2 of these, take damage from whatever. Oh, he's gaining health? Okay, that's interesting. So maybe he's already got the answer. He probably already has the answer then. He's actually only going to swing with that, which is interesting. I guess because I don't have the ruby yet. It makes sense, of course. Because I can't attack with this again, unless I hit a ruby. So we can potentially filter into a ruby. But, that's all there is to it. We either need to get removal for this, or get, him, if he's got repel, well then, which he very likely does, because he could always filter to get removal for this. But, so we're probably still boned. Call the Grave is alright, because we are probably going to lose this. But it doesn't really work. Fuck. So we have to Secret Lab. And then try get, I mean, this is still really bad. But we need to attack and just get health back. So we need to get rid of the sniper because he's useless. Come on. Come on. Bolt Paw. I mean, that's good, but not good enough. It's not good enough. So, blah. so I can't attack here, obviously, because I will just lose it. Which, you know, sure I could get it back, but then I'd still be dead. So I can't attack. I need to hit a ruby. Like, that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. If I hit a ruby, then I'm still in this game, or I hit a murder. But maybe it's too late to even hit a murder, to be honest. Yeah, so it's not looking good. Still, we have a chance. We can also filter. Like, I'll get rid of the bolt pour. The bolt pour is going to be way too slow to do anything. This thing is just, you know, getting bigger and bigger every turn. There's not much we can do about that, but he's got a lot of cards in hand. I think he's going to have the repel. So our best bet is probably... We just need to get rid of this, I think. But then there's still a lot of this. I think that actually getting rid of this is probably my only choice to really keep me in this game. Because these are just getting huge themselves. But at least I can chump block those, whereas this I can't. So getting the removal here is probably my only hope. And that now is going to get bigger as well, thanks. He should have technically played that first, because it would have got an extra, you know, bit of damage. I'm probably still dead here. I need to get murder. I need to get a ruby as well. I mean, I need a lot of things. So that is not going to help. So I'm probably done for. Where's my rubies at? There's one. So which do we get rid of here? Because he's probably got the repel, which does mean I die. If he's got repel, I mean I have to attack in. That's all there is to it. I have to attack in. The bolt pour is going to be too slow, so let's fuck that off. Who cares? We play out the ruby and go, yay, let's hope he doesn't have repel, but I'm pretty sure he does. I'm almost certain he does. So, you know, this is all we can do. This is all we can do here, is just hope. But, yep, it's, you know, it doesn't really matter. If he's got the repel, it's game. So I'm just going to ask him. I hope he doesn't, because that gives me a chance. He hasn't done anything yet, but he could be just like, haha, yes I do, because he's got 2 cards in hand, so it's very likely he picked it up, because, you know, he, like I said, anyway. So, I mean, obviously I just buff this, and he can repel in response. But, I mean, I have to do this anyway, and if he doesn't have it, then maybe I still stay alive. But if he